we're gonna dive right back into it. So, does someone want to let me know where
Have you
we
mastered
stopped?
one how they were?
I don't know. You rewatch the VOD, you tell us.
Oh,
Wait, can I give something free promo? Okay, guys, artbreeder.com. Go ahead and make yourself some freaking art of your characters. This is so cool.
yeah.
I've been obsessed with it for the past maybe
Well, think-
32 hours.
Fair enough. So I guess we can have I guess I can summarize. So you guys came to the I guess first of all you wrapped up some things in the main continent and then up in Breton and then you traveled a strange stretch of water to Gala Isle. Everything since you've been here has been
Oh yeah.
odd. I guess we'll put it that way. Keep it nice and shrimple. So with that, where specifically where we left off was you guys were inside of a keep. The rain has been battering down on this keep, and you've been trying to get some sleep because your sleep schedule got very messed up when you guys were taking this journey to Gala Isle. The people here have been strange, but the professor seems normal enough, and you guys are going to be sleeping in the former, I guess you call it, living room with the professor. So, as you guys are getting some sleep, I need all of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Lovely.
This island is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
So what does that usually mean when you have to make a random ass wisdom saving throw? Like
Something
a constitution might be
psychological
like
saving throws.
poison or
Yeah, is this a charm effect?
True, do I get advantage? Is this a charm-related effect?
No, it is not a charm related.
yeah, because we have some half elves here, so we were just super curious.
Yeah, that's why.
Hey, wait, did I get a nat 20?
You did
Fuck
get a nat
yeah.
20.
Me and Lars are
Archon, tell me
screwed.
what's going on.
All right, we need one more from.
Should I make a Hagal wisdom save?
No.
Oh, a
Hagar
wisdom
doesn't need to roll.
save.
Yeah, your modifier would be even
Oh.
better, Peach, because you're a warlock. It'd be like a +6 or something.
He's a warlock? What?
Hell
Or sorry, druid.
Druid.
Big misspeak.
yeah, it's a 6.
You just
All
revealed
right,
a secret
so that
class.
Hagal-minded.
That's a tie
Oh, yeah.
between Zednius and Lars.
You
Let's
just
roll
revealed the
D2.
entire secret about Peach's class. I
Okay,
can't believe it.
Zednius it is. All
Oh
right,
god.
Wait, no, what?
Zednius.
That ain't 2 eyes. Oh no.
Zednius. You have a dream. There's a table in the middle of a dark place. A table which folds in on itself. The brittle fibers of the wooden table crack, and the table then folds again. It folds again. The table splinters, wood flying. The table folds again. A horrific snapping fills the air. It folds again, and it folds, finally disappearing within itself. Then, the chamber is empty. The splinters of the table are gone. There is a man standing in the center of the room, a pained expression on his face, not of fear, but of sadness. You think to yourself, he is without purpose. He folds. His spine snaps, and yet his face is filled with hope. He folds. Blood erupts from him like a fountain, and yet his face is serene. He folds. Snap. Fold. Snap. And then, he too folds in on himself. And as everyone else is waking up the following morning, Zednius, I assume you are utterly perplexed at that weird fucking dream.
Everything just keeps folding in on itself?
Just 2 objects, a table and then a human being.
A table and then a human. Were there any similarities between a table and a guy?
I think that's up for you to decide.
Well, was the
Okay.
table brown? Did he have brown hair?
It was a wooden table. It was a black-haired man.
Interesting.
Hmm.
So, as you guys are rousting in the morning, Severus, you're sharpening up your parrying dagger. Maximus is out tending to Mickey. Renesmee is trying to probably bait in one of the crows so she can speak with it. Zednius, you just feel this strange thing, and you feel the familiar weight of Het Hagal on your chest, and he says, "This land is tasty."
I don't know. I'm not feeling so hot.
There is no further response from Het Hagal.
Okay.
So,
All right
Do I
then.
succeed in getting my crow?
yeah, you can get a crow to the window so easily enough. You just lay out some seeds on it.
Okay, well, when the crow comes, I've preemptively cast my speak with animals, and when it finally lands, I'll be like, Zednians, what should I ask the crow?
Ask it if there's any big crows,
All right,
large,
I turn to the
like the
crow
size of us.
and I say, "Good morning."
As you squawk, the crow's eyes open wide, and it says, "No, can't be talking to you!" And then it, in a single flap, begins to flap away and flies off into the air away from the keep.
I'll look back at Zednius with a bit of a shocked expression and say, "The crow just told me it couldn't talk to me."
Oh no. Oh,
No,
sorry.
don't you get it? You can't feign no here. I think that the crow lady might be giving orders to the other crows that they aren't to talk to us.
Well, can we track it? Where did it go? Which direction?
I'll look in the sky and we'll look around, and
You
I'm
see
assuming
one crow and then about half a dozen other perched at various points in the keep, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, said we're in an island that has like a million crows. I have no idea where it went. We can't track that one specifically, but I promise I can talk to any one of the crows, if they'll have me.
We might not be able to get anywhere. Maybe they all know. Maybe there's some sort of like control over the island. We didn't talk to any back on the main island, did we?
No, I have an idea, but I'm almost opposed to it on principle. But I guess we could catch a crow and force it to speak to us. I would just feel bad for it if it's given commands. But if it's the only way that we can make progress, I guess we could go and threaten a crow.
Yeah, do you want to go try to capture
Let's
a crow? and
talk
threaten it
to
while everyone's getting
I
ready?
guess. Sure.
Okay.
Well, I'll put out more seeds.
Yeah.
But
It'll
I'll
take a bit. The birds seem to have almost spread the news that you are to be, you're not to be messed with. But eventually, a younger crow with a sort of soft-looking feathers on its back, indicating its youthfulness, will land on the windowsill and take a few hops over and begin to peck at the seeds.
Once it gets closer to me, I
have a
want to
good way
try
to
and
catch it.
grab it. Oh, you do?
I don't have a good way. No.
Oh,
You're just gonna try to yoink it?
I'll as I put more seeds down, I'll put them down closer and closer to
Yeah,
me.
make a strength
We
check.
could have invisible Hagal grab its
strength
ankle.
check?
Strength check, yeah.
Wouldn't it be a dex check unless this is a beefy freaking crow?
Yeah, it's a dex check. That's fair.
Not that I think I'm the same.
I think
on
you're bad at
strength
both of
and
them, so I
dex.
don't know if it matters.
No, it absolutely doesn't. I just think that,
Okay,
on
yeah, make a dex check.
principle.
Sure, that's fair.
I don't see where my strength check is or my dex.
On the far left.
My deception?
It's just the big ability. It's for
Oh.
the
Same
left.
place you clicked wisdom last time.
Wait, no, I want to make a strength check!
Nope, it's a dex check.
Oh my god, my god, my god!
What's your modifier
I
for
rolled a
dex?
16.
Fuck! It's so much higher. Let me see. My dex is a 1 modifier.
One.
My
Okay,
strength
that's
is
still,
a 3
that's
modifier.
still a 17, so you reach
Fuck,
out,
I
you
argued
grab
against
the
my
crow, it
favor.
begins to squawk full volume, screaming, and I guess since you can understand crow, you can hear it screaming, "Help! Help! Help!
I'll
help!"
grab it. I'll grab its little beak and I'll close with my 2 fingers.
Dude, the rest of us hear this
Inside.
commotion.
Yeah, so like Pecco and Lars and Severus, the two of you guys were gathered around the fire, like getting ready in the morning. Gore's like just waking up. You guys begin to hear the squawing coming from inside of Maximus. You're like just beginning to smooth the last of Mickey's mane, and you hear squaw, squaw.
I want to close its little beak with my 2 fingers and bring it inside.
Yeah, you close its beak and it like continues to violently fight against you, but it's a crow. So you move it, bring it in with the windowsill, and you watch the other crows stare on, watching their brother disappear.
Yeah, and
I'll
I
just
want
watch
to speak to it at the same time, and I want to be like, I know it's scary, but listen, it's gonna be okay. I just need to get some answers from you, and then when we
Continues to
get back
violently
inside,
fight.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
flash my eyes. Is it being controlled by magic or
There
anything?
is a magical aura that hangs over it. It's similar to the one that you saw in Red Dinium in the sense that this is not an active magical effect. It's when they were once impacted by a very powerful magical effect, probably in the past, and that still sort of hangs about them.
Okay.
Okay, well, I will hold on to this crow very, very, sturdily, and I'll look at it and I'll say, I can remove my fingers off of your beak, but if I do so and you squawk, I'll just put them over your beak again, and if you keep violating it, then I will turn you into a stew.
The beady
Do you
eyes
understand?
of the crow stare up at you.
I'll remove my fingers very... Okay. I'll
Face
put my
crow.
fingers back. Okay, listen.
You notice you
You don't have to squaw. I need to hear
Just
what it's
show it to
actually
Gore.
saying.
Put some fear in its
that's
heart.
what he's doing. He's just screaming. He's not saying incoherent speech.
Aw.
He's just screaming. And Gore is
Okay.
like sort of walking over and like nudging your foot with his head, like, hey, "Can I eat that crow?"
Jesus Christ. All right, listen. I know that there is a very powerful raven lady that's been talking and in cahoots with you crows. Now, I want to know what information you have about that lady. If you tell me this information, I will let you go. You have my word. After all, I'm a druid. I'm speaking to you. That's how I'm able to speak with you. And I have a pact with the animals of nature. I wish you no harm. All I need is your cooperation now. Can you tell me what you know about this raven lady? And I'll remove my fingers.
Now, is this the aura that you said? Is it the same as after it broke from those guys,
Yes.
or is it after it broke?
Yeah,
Okay.
and the crow just begins to squawk, screaming. Maximus, you finished, petting down the mane of Mickey and begun to make your way to the central keep, and you notice that crows have begun to alight on practically every roof in the vicinity. There's probably around 100 crows gathered throughout the various surfaces of Fort Varus so far. More seem to be coming.
Is there one at like chest level or anywhere where I can?
Yeah, there's
reach
one
of them?
actually just like right outside the front door, sitting on the lowest step.
I'm gonna walk up to it.
It looks up at you with beady black eyes.
I'm gonna get literally 6 inches away from it.
Yep,
just
it doesn't
standing
move. Most crows would spook and fly away. This one stares right up at you.
there. I'm gonna look around. Do I hear the cawing from upstairs?
Well, since Peach took her hands off the beak, the crow is now just screaming full volume.
Yeah, I'll
just,
put it back on the beak, but I want to grab the little crow, and I want to look out the window.
I'll come upstairs while she's doing that.
There are crows, right?
Yeah, you look out the window and you see a section of wall. It's that little like lip of the fortress that you were putting seeds on to bait the crows in. There are now about 30 crows along that lip, and past them to the fort walls, there are about 100.
I want to put my head out of the window and say loudly enough that the crows, the 30 of those that are near me, will hear. There's a little crow baby in my arms right now, and I would like to safely return him to you, but I need to speak to one of your elders. Please.
You squawk at the
Come-
crows.
Yes, please come and speak to me. And
Do I
will
hear
return
that?
your
Yeah, you hear
child.
her squawking out towards the lines of crows.
God's green earth.
Me.
I'm gonna move faster upstairs.
Yeah, you begin to jog up the stairs. The Optio probably meets up with you, Maximus, opening the door into the chamber. And now, as the more crows alight into the wall, you can see probably 200 or so crows in the immediate vicinity.
Do any crows come closer to me?
No, they all stare at you dead silent.
Renesmee, you seem to have attracted a crowd.
I'll look back at him. Well, I was trying to extract information from this crow, but it seems like it's just alerted every other crow in the vicinity.
Renesmee,
And
make a
now...
dexterity
You're-
saving throw.
You're
Oh,
torturing a
that's good.
crow.
I think these crows are under the same effect as those people were from the other island.
Yeah, Renesmee, you hear a rustling of feathers and you hear wind sort of moving, and you duck just as a crow, kamikaze style, had its beak poked out and was going to just slam into the back of your head. But since you move, it slams onto the hardwood floor, and you hear this sort of sickening sound as it was moving so fast when it impacts the wooden floor of the room. It seems to be either dead on impact or severely injured.
I'm gonna leave the
Well,
room.
I will immediately let go of the baby crow, and
Which
I will
flies
rush
away.
to the aid of the
Are
the other crow.
did the crow that dive bombed, did it have the effect on,
Yep.
or was it also
No,
broken?
it's still like passive. It's not actively.
Is
being
the
used.
It's
window
always
open?
passive.
The window is open, yeah.
Are there any crow? I'm gonna step up to the window.
Yeah, there's
So daggers
40
in
or so
hand.
crows now on the windowsill.
Oh, I'm gonna start slashing crow after crow after crow, killing them
Oh,
all.
okay, alright. Yeah, you get one
God.
attack off as you slice through one of the crows, blood splattering across the windowsill. The rest of them will, in this great flood of feathers, fly away in a light on the wall about 100 feet away.
I'll look back to Severus and scream, "Stop!" And can I?
They just
can
tried
I
to attack
scoop,
you.
Can I scoop the baby? Not the baby, but the crow that's injured off
The
of the
dive bomb crow?
ground.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can pick up the dive bomb crow.
Is
it
it-
stares
is it
up at you
alive?
with black beady eyes.
More
It's-
like dead
There's
bomb.
a rasping breath that exits from its mouth. It's still alive, though, severely injured.
I'm so sorry.
It
Why are you
stares up at
apologizing?
you,
I tried
and
to
it,
peck
it
into your
speaks to you.
eyes.
You don't understand, crow. Shut up, Severus. All you hear is.
She's squawking. She's squawking. Yeah, the crow looks up at you and it says, "I shall come again. The wheel shall rotate. The sands of time will obliterate all you have created. When men grow weak and have forgotten me, I shall return." And the crow shudders and dies.
Actual Chad.
Just stare at it and blink and be very confused, but also very sad for it. I would like to walk outside and go find a nearby tree and put him under the tree.
Yes, after
some
the
shrubs over
baby
him.
crow was freed and the dead one died, the rest of the crows left, and now the fortress has its usual complement of 10 or so crows plucking at the dirt, the misty, like the muddy dirt, trying to find worms and grubs.
I do want to lay him to rest under a tree, even though he did try to harm me. Renesmee
So-
feels strongly that in death, everything should be honored.
While Renesmee is burying the kamikaze crow, what are the rest of you guys up to?
Okay, I'm establishing a new rule. Whenever a crow come, I'm going to have one of my hands always ready for a dagger. And when a crow comes within arm's reach, I'm going to slash at it always.
Okay, I'll keep that in
For the
mind.
rest of my stay on this island.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'm really uneasy from the terrible dream to waking up, talking to
Did the
crows
dream-
with
did the dream even
Renesmee.
end? Yeah, this seems all so
I
strange.
don't know.
Zednians.
This is all feverish.
Well, the Optio and the professor will be outside. The Optio has just been sort of shadowing Renesmee while she's been burying the bird, but the professor
What's
has
an
been-
Optio?
Optio, he's the leader of the local
Oh, the
garrison, not the
duder.
quaestor, but the
Yeah.
soldier. Yeah, he's like 19. And as you finish burying, he'll help you like dig the little, not even a grave, but just like a hole in the ground to place the crow in.
Yeah, just something small.
Yeah, and about 30 minutes later, you guys are all assembled out near the stables. Your horses are ready. You've been loaned one, Renesmee, and the professor
thank
has
you.
all of his stuff loaded up. The fog still hangs heavy. You guys can't see much further than you could before, and you're now all on horseback, ready to leave. The Optio sort of approaches and says, "Well, if you're going out into the countryside, as I mentioned yesterday, you're going to need supplies. I recommend you buy them in Verusia. Do you have any idea how long you'll be gone for? We could prepare a feast for your return."
No. Whatever we're running into, we're not sure when we're going to be back.
All right. The Optio looks towards the professor. "Try to keep them safe." The professor just sort of shrugs, and the Optio leaves you to your own devices. A low-ranking member of the quote-unquote Legion, though just essentially a local militiaman, ratchets up the palisade by 2 or 3 knocks, and you guys are able to move your horses underneath. Is there supplies we need to buy before we go out on our journey?
Can I say before we go out on the journey that while we are riding, at least, Renesmee is going to be pretty much like ritual casting the speak with animals constantly, specifically so that she can understand them.
Did we say you could ritual cast on horseback? Echo, do you remember? I
did.
know we decided this. I just don't remember what I said.
I'm not even sure we did.
I
Pretty sure that we
believe
can.
as long as we're not like super galloping or anything.
Okay, all right.
That
I will
makes
trust
sense.
Echo because he remembers the random ass rollings I've done like 10 sessions ago. So I'm gonna trust him to remember that. Okay, cool. Then yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
as
If
long
we
as you're
get
not traveling
interrupted,
too
I have
close.
like 10 minutes until I can ritual cast again. But
Yeah.
I just want to be aware of my crowy surroundings.
Okay, sounds good. So supplies. How are we doing? What do we need?
Is a ration like one thing of rations a day's worth?
Oh
Basically?
yeah, I guess it's worth talking about some supplies you may need. So water, we're not going to worry about it. As long as you have a water skin on your sheet, water needs are taken care of. No need to track that. Rations, yes. One 2-pound ration feeds one person for 1 day. So to feed the whole party, you're going to need 10 pounds of food. Multiply that by however many days you're going to be away. Additionally, if you want to get a short rest without interruptions, you're going to want a tent and some sort of fire pit. I don't know if any of you have those on your sheet. Maximus may have his horse,
No.
but
What's
Tent
a
has
what's
how
a
many
mess
people
kit?
in it?
a mess kit is an unnecessary thing, but yeah, it's unnecessary.
Okay.
I also
No, it's
have a tent, a
See your food
bedroll,
than the rest of
and
you.
extra stuff on my horse.
How many people per tent?
Each tent can hold
Two.
2 people,
Two,
but you
right?
guys are going
Mine
to be
is-
taking
yeah.
shifts when you're out in the wilderness, so you only really need enough tents for 3 people, and you guys have more than enough. So tents are covered. At that point, all that leaves is rations. So how long do we plan to be out for?
I'm sleeping in my own tent, despite it being a 2-person tent.
Okay.
I'll
Sounds
share my tent.
There you go. That's 3 people. That's enough for the 2-shift thing.
How many days?
Yeah. How many days are we going to be out for at maximum? Because obviously you don't want to have to be scavenging for food because that's going to massively slow your pace.
Yeah, I'll turn into my party and be like, how many days do you all reckon that we'll be adventuring for?
Are we just
And
at the shop
I'm
right now?
asking that to the professor as
No,
well.
you guys are just leaving the fort. The professor will glance over and say, well, I believe it's about 10 miles to the mountains. If we're going to be poking around there a couple days, that means about a day travel there, a couple days to poke around, day travel back, so 5 days worth.
Probably
A
best to
week's
bring
worth
at
of
least a
food.
week.
Week?
Let's make it a whole week. Be safe.
All right.
So,
So
that
that's
would be
going to
70 rations.
70 pounds, I believe. Yeah, 70 pounds of
Yeah,
rations.
that's
So
35
that's
rations.
easily enough. That's more than enough to be. That can easily be contained on any of your horses. Most horses can hold hundreds of pounds. Cost is going to be a thing, and then where to actually get them is going to be a thing. I'll go figure out what the cost would be. Can I have someone roll a D100?
Got it.
So you have it, Doa?
Yeah.
It's got a 75. 10. All right, we will go with the first one that was rolled. All right, so 10. That's going to mean that rations will cost 10% more than they do on the mainland. So, all right.
Thank
I
you.
know.
Oh, that was a
Thank God
10.
that
It was
wasn't-
75.
Max's roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily. All right, I know the price. So, as you guys clop down from the fort towards the town of Verusia, some things are similar. There's a temple to Aurelian Sol. There's a temple to the Hellion Pantheon with its minarets. There is the sort of structured building layout of a Mithdosian city. The buildings themselves are not exactly Mithdosian in their style, but what can you do this far away from home? The professor, unfortunately, knows nothing more about Verusia than you guys do. He's been essentially trapped in the fortress, told not to leave. So, where to?
Oh, we need rations, don't we?
Sure, where do you get rations?
Yeah.
Oh, good question.
Well, I
Where's
guess we could
the?
ask Optio for quartermaster. Where we
There
can...
is no quartermaster. Like, the quartermaster is like an official, like, government person who provides supplies. They have nothing even close to that.
Can we ask if we can acquire supplies here? Or if not, if he has any recommendations, I guess.
Yeah, the Optio previously mentioned as you guys are leaving, you have to buy them from merchants in Verusia. They don't have any extra.
Let's
there-
go find a town square.
Easy enough. You guys make your way towards the central forum. Every proper Mithdosian city is supposed to have one. And here is no exception. There's a large statue in the middle of the town which depicts Aurelian of Ars Sol, the second imperial emperor. The statue is made of lead, and there's a plaque on the bottom. And there seems to be a couple people throughout the square. It's a pretty dreary, foggy day, so it's not particularly active. Though you do see what looks to be a bard, or maybe just someone who can play a musical instrument in one corner underneath the tarp, playing a strange sort of horn, flute-looking instrument. And then someone has a little crowd of folks as they're doing one of those like bowl games where you move a little object underneath the bowl. You have to guess which one is under.
I'm gonna head over to the bard, see if like a spot for donations.
No, he just has a little tarp to keep him dry. And as you approach, he'll look up, and you can see that he's an older man. Seems to have weathered quite a bit over the years. Lots of creases on his face, and he says, "Oh, hello there, traveler. Do you have any requests?"
I don't know if tossing copper is rude. I'm gonna toss him a silver and say, do you know a place to get rations or food nearby?
He catches it out of the air and tosses it back. "Yes, I do." He points towards one of the main thoroughfares and says, "If you travel down there, keep an eye on the left-hand side. You'll pass a bar, named the Roaring Stallion. Past that, there's a quiet little shop. It has a hammer and anvil on its sign. General store, all sorts of things. Can I ask you a
Appreciate it.
question as payment?
Depending on the question.
What brings judges to Gala Isle?"
Well, it's something we can't answer at the moment. We're investigating something.
"Well, once it's all dealt with, then perhaps you'll give me the story first before anyone else."
We'll make our way back here on the way back, so sure, why not?
He nods. You can return to your companions.
I'm just
See
gonna
what
start walking
plaque
towards the place.
says.
Yeah, you approach the plaque as Lars has spoken to this guy and is starting to return. You ride up to the plaque. It reads, "Immortal, sovereign, eternal emperor, Aurelian of Varus Sol, decimator of gods, butcher of mortals."
Jesus.
That was your former emperor. Cool guy.
Immortal sovereign, huh?
Yeah.
Immortal sovereign what? Sorry. I'm
Oh,
writing it
immortal
down.
sovereign.
Aurelius
eternal.
Varus Sol. the
Aurelian
second.
Varus Sol.
What, the second?
Oh, very nice.
All right.
Okay, yeah,
You guys
let's go to the merchant
follow
store.
Lars as you travel along the thoroughfare. Lars whistles for Gore, and the dog ignores the many rats skittering across the square and also the children, and sticks to the side of his master. You guys travel down a thoroughfare. You pass the bar called the Roaring Stallion. It matches the name. There's a roaring sound of laughter and activity from inside. You move past that, and there is a quiet storefront. The windows are boarded up, but there is a little hammer and anvil on the sign out front.
Could be it then.
Yep.
Oh,
I'll dismount my
Always.
horse and, walk in with the group.
I already have plenty of rations for myself, so how are we splitting this up?
Well, we'll see the price.
All right.
All right then.
Renesmee, Maximus, Lars, you guys all climb off your steeds. Severus, you glance around, keep an eye out, and then you get off your steed
I
as
was
well.
gonna go inside, yeah.
Oh, you're going inside as well. Just
Yeah.
glancing around. You're aware. I guess just aware of your surroundings, especially in cities like these. These are the places where you come and
What kind of a trail of dead birds is he leaving behind?
nothing. So no birds have gotten within arm's reach so far. They've been lucky.
Have we seen like birds like they're watching us almost like
It's
in
hard to
different
say.
areas?
Again, there's so many and they all look so similar that yes, there are birds watching you at any given time, but
Aren't there always,
yeah. Zednians, as you go to get off your mount to join the rest of your companions, you hear a sort of what sounds almost like a belch from Petragal, and then he rolls back into your shoulder.
Where were you?
I was feasting.
What kind of stuff you like eating on this island?
You get a mental flash of a crow. It's picking at a little crack in some stone, trying to get the worm that's taken refuge there. And then the crow looks behind it. And it's sort of like a horror movie, but from the POV of the slasher. And the crow screams as Hetagal rolls over.
Oh, he just likes eating crows? Okay.
What?
If
Hetagal.
that's what hey, there's a lot of them here.
Tasty.
What's your gonna see?
You guys
climb
go on
off.
ahead. I'll wait outside with the horses.
You climb off your steed and head inside. Renesmee, you are the first to open the door. A little bell rings, and going inside, you see a dwarf. He sits behind the counter. He seems to be surprised when you enter, though he just sort of grunts and raises an eyebrow. There's no real racks of like items like you'd expect in most general stores. Instead, there's just two large cabinets behind the desk that he's in. They have sort of frosted glass, so you can't see what's inside of them. It's actually a remarkably open space for general stores, they tend to be cramped and cluttered, filled with all sorts of trinkets. And the dwarf, as each of you piles in person after person, his eyebrows grow increasingly, removed from his eyes. And by the time Maximus steps inside, he's like full on raising both eyebrows at the lot of you.
Good morning. We're here looking for some rations. Do you happen to have any?
He mumbles something in a language that you do not speak.
Oh, that's
What
good.
language is it?
Dwarvish.
Well,
Oh, I actually speak it.
Oh, well then,
Is he
Zednians,
coming?
you were at the end. You're at the back of the column, having just recovered from that vision of Hetegal, and you hear the shopkeeper mumble, "Fucking continentals."
All right, I'll keep that to myself.
And then he says, in common, "Yes, I got rations. You got milk with a puppy. I could do a fair exchange."
Unfortunately not. We were hoping to just buy them outright.
You see him swirling something in his mouth for a moment. Then he hawks a loogie up, which he splats on the wooden floor in front of you.
Well, something that might be just as hits just as hard, and I'll kind of flash my drugs that I have.
He looks at it and growls and says, "I'm not some drug-addled man out of his mind. I'm trying to get off this blasted isle."
Ah, how would milk of the poppy help you?
Where did you get those?
Maximus, it's not time for this.
Dwarf gruffly.
How would milk of the poppy help you?
Oh, don't you know your face from your ass, woman? Dwarves can't go on ships. Can die of seasickness.
I smell a side quest.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. I actually had no idea.
Yeah. Rations, you got coin?
We do
We
indeed.
don't take imperial coin here. You got any local coppers? Irons.
Is he lying?
Is he
Wait,
lying
when
about
he,
not
like-
taking copper? Like imperial
Yeah,
coin?
No, lying.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Do like standard copper work?
It doesn't seem like he's lying to you, Severus, and most when you speak up, he says, "Standard copper."
No, I know that was a question.
Well, how would you know? You've
Oh,
never
yeah.
heard of anyone not using imperial currency?
I'll hold up one of my copper pieces.
He
Please.
narrows his eyes. Now bring it over. And he reaches underneath his shelf and takes out a scale. He reaches into his pocket and produces a copper coin that seems to be considerably thicker than the one that you produce. And after putting out a couple of your coins and his singular coin, it seems as that a copper coin here is equivalent to about 5 imperial copper coins. And he says, "Hey, we can do 5 for one."
Alright, and how much would it be for about 70 pounds?
70 pounds. He reaches under his cabinet and produces a dwarven abacus, which uses stone instead of wood, and says,
What's an
"Right."
abacus?
Oh, it's a series of like wooden dowels with
You've-
little
you've
beads on
probably
them
seen one,
that you
yeah.
use to
Ah! I see.
You gotta go. Yeah, you'll know what
it's
it is
pretty
if you
wacky
Google it.
No, I'm thinking of it now. I just didn't
Oh.
understand at
do. You
first.
got it. He says, "All right, carry the one, convert. Highest court. 3,850 pence."
I don't have that much on me.
What's
That
your?
was,
Rest of you.
that was to the others.
Surely the gold we have would be.
Do I look like a fucking money changer?
We just melt it down and then sell it for something
Melt
else, right?
it down. Do I look like I have a forge?
You look, yeah, maybe.
What do you mean by that?
He's racist.
He narrows his
Oh
brow
no,
angrily.
he's a dwarf.
Sorry, I think I misspoke earlier. Let me redo the math. Sorry, it's 4,000 pence.
Oh well, that doesn't help, does it?
May I ask, how do you plan on getting off of this island if you can't go by ship?
Just need some damn trader to come through here with milk of the poppy so I can travel into the land of Durin for 7 days while I go home.
What if we were to try and acquire some milk of the poppy for you? Do you know anywhere where we could go and grab it for you, or is that the issue?
I need a lucky merchant to come by in his ship. Now, we were doing business. 4,000 pence. Do you got it or do you not?
What? Okay, just because I'm dumb at math. What the fuck is 4,000 pence?
So
I have
copper,
100 copper
yeah,
pieces.
Copper is
Yeah,
and
that's
he
not
doesn't accept-
4,000.
Yeah, he doesn't accept any currency other than copper or iron, which you guys don't even use iron in the Mythosian Empire. So
We have
And
to go to
one
money
gold is
exchanger.
how many coppers?
It doesn't matter because we
He
can't
doesn't
exchange
take
it here.
gold.
Yeah, but how many gold is
Take
1,000.
coppers?
Gold is 1,000 copper.
Okay, so he wants like 4 gold.
Yeah, what's 4 gold? For you guys, I mean,
Copper.
the price isn't that crazy. It's just the specifics of what he wants it in.
Silver worth anything here?
Silver. So you don't got it?
Is there
No.
anything else that we could trade you for your time?
I
Any
got it.
other things other than milk of poppy that you're eyeing for?
Okay, he begins to eye each one of you up and down, his eyes lingering on shiny trinkets and magical items. He thinks for a few long moments, and eventually his eyes settle on one of Severus's daggers. Is that Elvish?
Is it the Mythor dagger he's looking at?
Yeah.
Saying, it's not for trade, ever.
Well then, no, I don't think you have anything I want.
Just a mithril dagger?
It's just a mithril dagger.
I am never trading that dagger away.
Why?
Over my dead body.
Isn't it?
Because it's the dagger Tolius gave me.
Oh. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Oh, we're in a tricky spot. Do you recommend any
No,
other merchant
you're in a
store?
tricky spot. I'm doing just fine.
Oh no, I wasn't speaking about you. I was speaking about us. I know that you're fine. We would love to do business with you. It just seems that we don't have anything that you're interested in right now.
Ha! You won't have anything any merchant in the city is interested in. If you don't got iron, you can't trade with the Mackay. If you don't got copper, you can't trade with the Mythosians. Or even the other locals. It's the only 2 currencies everyone agrees on. Anything else,
Social
and you go
currency.
to another city and they won't accept it.
What about social currency? We're judges of the Empire. Is there anything that we can help you with?
If I need you to go judge something for me, I'll let you know.
You seem to be a well-off man. Not wanting for much.
He just stares at you.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Anywho, how many rations is 1,200 copper gonna give me?
4,000. 70, 1,200, you said?
Yep.
And 20 pounds.
Which is 10.
What is this guy's? I'm starting to make. I want to like start casing the place a little bit. Like, let me.
Okay, roll me a perception check. 20 pounds would last you guys 2 days.
I have 100
Uh,
copper pieces.
That gets us a
helps.
quarter of a ration, I think.
No, that gets you
Woo!
20 copper. Yes, that gets you a quarter. What are you looking for, Zednians, as you case this joint?
I don't know where does it look like the food is kept?
There is no obvious place the food is kept. There's the front part of the room is mostly empty. It's just like open wood flooring. Then there's his counter. Behind his counter, there's 2 cabinets with frosted glass on them, and then there's a door leading into the back.
Give me 20 pounds.
All right. He holds out his hand.
And I'm telling Hegal to follow him if he goes somewhere.
Hegal will roll off your shoulder, and you will hand over the 1,200 copper, which takes some time to load up into bags. I mean, 50 coins to a bag, so you're handing over a substantial amount of currency in weight. And Lars, you're just sitting on the horse, and you see Maximus go in and out like 6 times, bringing bags of coins into the shop. And after the dwarf counts up about half of them, he just shrugs, thinks that you're not cheating him, and he heads into the back room.
Right, then we start cheating him.
Well, that's kind of hard to do considering I brought it all in.
Hegal will roll after the dwarf into the back room, and you can see through his eyes, Yogi. Back here seems to be where he's decided to store all of his things. There are several different shelves containing food stuffs and more traditional things like adventuring gear, tent poles, tents themselves, weapons, things like that. And you can easily see him like grab 2 large bags of rations, I suppose, just sort of dried food, and bring them over.
Okay, so they're not like there's just big bags of food. All right.
Yeah, they seem to be like pre-parceled, so he's not like bringing specific things over to you. And he will grab 2 of these large bags, walk out to the main room, and slap 2 of them onto the counter. And say, "There you go." So, we're done here.
Well,
Unless you got
not
things
sure.
to barter.
Let me see. What do I have that I could barter him for? I will go into my backpack and I will pull out my romance novel about a sexy dwarven lady. And I will
Oh.
put it on the table and I will be like, this is a very rare novel. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but it is about a very sexy dwarven lady with a beard.
He looks at it.
Are you interested?
He looks at it. He picks it up, begins to flip through a page. He holds up the book, begins to read it. He closes it, puts it back on the counter. 20 pounds.
30.
Have you lost your... Are there illustrations?
On some pages, I believe.
All right, 30 pounds then.
All right. It's a good book. It's a shame I didn't finish it.
He grabs the book and the coinage and puts them underneath the counter, returns back out with 3 more bags. Ideally, you were trying to get 70 pounds, but you have 5 days of food so far.
I have
5 days for all of. How
5
many?
days for the
Wait.
whole party.
Okay.
I have 8 rations already on me,
Fucking
so I'm
got
good.
that.
You can subtract mine out of that.
Trading smut for food. True. Actually, yeah, with Lars's rations and Maximus's rations, do you guys have enough? So, let's just essentially track all the rations, just because it's going to be simpler that way. Maximus, you
Stick 'em
now
all on
have a
Vicky.
total of 8 plus 11, 19, 19 plus 50, 69 rations.
Is that including the 21
Sex
I already
number.
had?
Oh, that is not including the 21 you already had. So that's
does this guy sell?
Okay, but that's
simple
also
food?
including the 10 that I bought.
yeah. So you have 90 rations. So just record 9 days of food on Mickey.
That's not including mine.
That was including yours. Do you want to remove yours from it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
God
All right, then
damn.
8 days of food. All right, so 8 days of food on Mickey. That's all the stuff you bought. That's all the stuff you had on you, Maximus. Not including Lars's.
I'm gonna
rations.
track my ration because I'm.
Okay, sure. Then that's 82 rations.
Including the food that I bartered for?
Correct, yeah.
Should I add 8
Very
to my
cool.
sheet, or
No,
are
don't
we
add-
putting it in
no,
one
we're
big?
tracking it all on Maximus' sheet 'cause it's going to be simpler.
Okay, I didn't know if he was gonna. He didn't want us to use his 10. I didn't know if he was gonna hoard food too.
No shot.
No, I won't hoard food. Okay, I'm not. Just
Severus, what was your question?
This man, he sells weapons.
Yeah, if you ask him about weapons, he'll grunt.
I'll ask him about what's it? You have any crossbows?
No.
Or not of any
Did I see
kind?
any crossbows in there?
No. There were only primitive, not primitive, but like simple weapons. So like spears, javelins, simple bows, like short bows, composite bows. Nothing of like complexity. So no plate armor, no breastplates even.
Arrows. Got arrows.
Aye.
Here's the problem. I got Imperial coin.
He just stares at you.
I have not much in copper, admittedly. So how many could I? Would you accept an Imperial silver piece?
He just stares at you.
For arrows? Hello?
No,
We went over
I
this
will
already.
not.
It's only copper and iron. We don't have iron, so.
Copper and iron.
A shame I didn't grab the other
You're never gonna
dwarven
make it off
smut
this
book.
island with this attitude. And I'll
He
just leave.
shrugs.
Oof.
All right, you guys head back out to the horses. You load up. Mickey is weighed down by the hundreds of pounds of, or 100 pounds. of
Actually, is there anything I
pounds.
can swipe on my way out?
He keeps nothing in the main room. It's all in the back.
Unfortunate.
Probably intentional for people like that.
Wow.
Was there a back door?
Hatagal didn't look for that. He was mostly just watching what the guy
Okay.
was doing.
Gotcha.
You guys all climb up onto your horses. They were left untouched in your absence. The professor remained out with the horses and Lars, and he's just sitting on there, happy as can be. You guys approach the northern gate of Verusia to leave the city, and the professor glances over and says, "Well, you said we're going in search of the ruins of the Raven Tyrant's Hall?"
Did we say that?
Suppose, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Perhaps.
that's going to be on the westernmost edge of the northern mountains, so we'll probably want to take it slow.
Why?
Well, the woods are dangerous. That's what I've heard, anyways.
I
Oh,
mean,
jeez, there's more dangerous woods.
we're kind of dangerous too, so.
Of course, I'm sure you are.
You say dangerous. Anything very specific about these woods?
Well, as
Or
I said,
just-
haven't been out the city myself, only read accounts, but the accounts say that there are beastmen which stalk the woods.
Any description of these beastmen?
Yes, like the fusing of man and animal. No two is like. Each is equally as gruesome and horrific as the one before it. There's also no bridges, so if we're going to get across the Yaruga, we're going to have to find a place where it's fordable.
Alright, well, seems like you know this place better than we
I'm
do,
sh-
even if you haven't gone
I've
out
only
there.
looked at maps. We'll have to figure it out as we go.
Right
I
then.
think after seeing what happened at the store, I want to ask them about it. You guys can explain it to me, but then I want to go see if we can find a money trader for the future.
Yeah. Do you guys want to stop by a money changer before you leave the city?
It's a thing. Oh god.
Of course, it's a thing.
God.
The greatest
damn it.
guild in all of Valoros. The most
Maybe the
mighty.
guild hasn't made it out here yet.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at this so far. It's pretty
So
awful
for
exchange
those
rates.
in the
But
party who have not experienced money changers, mostly Echo and Peach,
Yes.
in the world of Valoros, every single state makes its own currency, and there are almost always going to be complaints about, oh, your gold coins contain a little bit less than ours, and just all this chaos. And so, throughout the chaos of millennia, a organization called the Money Changers Guild popped up. They would guarantee the legitimacy of certain currencies. They would exchange copper for gold and gold for copper, and make sure that everything was being run above board and no state was scamming the others. And because of that, they were very powerful. However, they take 20% of all transactions pushed through them. So if you give them a gold coin, they will give you 800 pence instead of 1,000.
Oh, I see.
And they have federated every single money changer in every city a player's ever been to. So it is very likely
Okay,
they'll
they're
be
the
here.
scam artist guild.
Single one. You can't escape them. It's impossible.
It's the
So,
most
Maybe out
in the
here.
world.
Maybe.
So why is this campaign not about killing all of them?
Because that's like just casually saying that you're gonna kill like every barber that's alive
True.
in the world today.
True.
Right? It's just like good luck with that.
That
You
sounds
guys,
like a great idea.
You guys ride through Verusia, and a money changer is easy to find. It's in the main square, views directly onto the statue of Varus.
God damn it.
It has a sign above the entryway with written in Mythos, Common, Bretonic, and this local Gelen language, all of which read Money Changers Office Verusia. And it is the
ATM.
finest
Damn
building it's the nicest building in the whole of the main plaza, and you guys can ride up and dismount from your horses and to go inside. So
I'm gonna stride in first.
yeah, you stride in. There's a couple of people, locals, exchanging their money. 3 clerks behind barred, iron barred windows.
I'm gonna come up. Is one of them free?
Yeah, one of them is free.
Are you guild?
I'm sorry?
Are you all part of the guild?
Of course we are.
God damn it! Ugh.
Simus, why are you so angry?
Such is the way of life.
So, what currency conversions do we want to do?
iron. You said that whatever. Didn't they
Yes.
say the specific villages we'd be going to, like trading that shit?
Yeah, he said that what the dwarf said was that every town and village and tribe in this island has a different currency they use, but they all use iron and copper. So if you want to exchange for iron, here at the Money Changers Guild, they promise that 1 gold is worth 10,000 iron coins.
Jesus Christ.
Obviously, they take 20%, so you can get 8,000 iron for 1 gold.
Yeah, but how much does that
Wait,
weigh?
A lot.
8,000
A
iron?
lot.
Let's see
8,000
here,
iron.
Wait. What, didn't we earlier say that 5 copper pieces were worth one of
copper
the
here.
iron pieces he had?
No.
Just
5
in
copper is
weight.
worth one of their
Oh,
copper
iron.
coins.
That weighs about 150 pounds.
Well, we don't need that many. How much does an electrum piece get me?
An electrum piece. So how much is electrum? 100. So it's 100
I thought it
times.
was half of a gold piece, but I could be wrong.
Nah, it's 100.
It's not.
So
No,
1,000.
not.
So it'd be a factor of 10. So you can get 800 iron coins for 1 electrum.
That's after the tax?
That is after the tax, yeah.
And
Do they
how
take a
many
tax even when changing for changing
Tax applies
like
to everything,
well-
no matter what.
even from
What is
like
that?
let's say silver to copper
Silver to copper. Yeah.
Yes.
of the same currency?
Everything.
Can I ask them about value
Yeah, just
comparisons
waive
of how much
taxes.
iron is actually worth? Like,
Yeah,
I know I
that's-
understand from the trade, but I want to know, like, if someone's selling some shit to me, like, how much am I
So
gonna
yeah,
pay
this
for it?
clerk will explain sort of how money works on the isle. Technically, officially, obviously, this island uses imperial coins. The reality is, though, that most people here only trade with 2 tribes: the Makai, also the Mithdosians call them the Peachachoo, and the Hillmen. The Hillmen only accept iron and the iron and copper, and then a couple of other local currencies. And the Makai only accept copper and iron. So, with either one that you're trading with, if you have like 1,000 iron, you're
seems to be
probably
the better
fine.
one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you keep switching like you say it in. They all take copper. They all take iron, right?
They all take copper.
Not all of
they-
them take copper. I thought you said the Makai didn't.
Yeah, they all take copper and they all take iron. Yes.
See,
They all take copper and they all
Oh.
take iron. Yes.
All right. All right.
So
cool.
copper is like going to be more valuable just because it's more valuable.
Which is most valuable per weight? If that is
Copper.
that something we need to worry about?
Copper.
Per weight, copper's more valuable?
Yeah.
Iron's
per
less
weight.
than copper?
Iron is less than copper. Yeah.
Oh. How
10 to
many of their copper pieces does an electrum and gold piece get? Like, one each one?
So it'd be at a rate. So 1 copper is 5. So it'd be 1,000 divided by 5. Then minus the guild fee, of course. Can never forget about the guild fee. You can get
180.
160 local copper coins for 1 gold, which is a much more reasonable carry weight.
Oh yeah, that
An
is
electrum would be
22.
16 then, or is there the tax difference?
An electrum would be 16. Yeah.
Okay. I'll do.
You also can't
Wait.
record this in your normal copper slot because their copper coins are
Yeah. Okay. I'll do, I think, 3 electrum then, and
Okay,
that gives me
great.
32, 48.
48.
Yeah, 48.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You got 48 local copper coins, Gallon copper coins.
I'll do.
How much does that
6
weigh?
I'll do 6 gold.
Okay, so Jesus, that's a lot. That's like 960 local copper.
Not even that much money.
Okay, there you go. 960 copper, local copper coins. Yeah, if you ever
I'll
brought this
do
back to the
1
mainland, it's gonna
gold
be so
to
fucking awkward.
iron.
1 gold
And
to
then you
iron.
so what?
Yeah. If you go back to the mainland, it's gonna be awkward trying to use these Gallon copper coins because they're like supersized. It's like a penny 5 times the thickness. Okay,
I'm gonna
so,
trade 2 gold
to what?
to the which
Copper
what
and
are
iron.
we
Just 2.
are we full up on everything?
Yeah, you guys have a lot of coins right now. You're fine.
When you say they
Okay.
accept copper, they don't accept Mithdosian pence copper, right?
No.
Well,
local
what we just found
Gala
out is that
copper.
it'd be a 5 to 1. We'd
Yeah,
get 4
okay,
bucks.
So
Echo,
local
you
Gala
get-
copper.
You're converting 1 gold to iron. You get 8,000 iron coins.
You don't want that.
I do.
All right, put it on your
That
horse. It
weighs-
weighs about
you
100
literally-
pounds.
Wait, how
Yeah.
much does it weigh?
Weighs about 100
150 pounds. I told you.
Okay, never mind. I'm good.
I do
Guys, I didn't think 8,000 coins would weigh that much.
I
I did
do
not. This is true. How big are these coins?
Anyways,
in
Yogi.
each.
What's up, Yogi?
Can I do 5 silver in each of the coppers?
Oh, I see what you're saying. So converting Mithdosian silvers to local coppers.
Yes.
Okay, yes, that. It's going to be a little bit wonky. 5 silvers is going to give you 15 local coppers.
I'm gonna keep talking to this clerk and be like,
Okay.
how much? So in their local coin, like 1
Yeah.
copper, how much pence is that for value?
Oh, now you're getting to like.
I'm basically trying to ask, like, if I go
she'll
and
make it
buy
real simple. She'll
something.
make it real simple.
Yeah, yeah.
A piece of bread costs like 2 iron. So a copper is going to have like the purchasing power of like a gold coin. It's going to be a lot. You guys shouldn't have trouble with the amount of currency
Oh,
you've exchanged.
God, I shouldn't have gotten that much.
Yeah, you guys you guys basically exchanged for like thousands of dollars now. You guys are chilling.
Do most people split
Cool.
this, or should we also get iron?
The iron just so
That's-
unwieldy for you guys.
I know, but I want to get some iron. I think just because of.
Wait. So
having to split it.
shit's just like mega cheap.
Yeah, it is. They
Like
also- yeah,
absurdly cheap.
it is very
Yeah, we
cheap.
should have exchanged
Don't
before we
import
bought the
anything.
rations.
Everything's just like I'm
What?
guessing stuff doesn't get imported that they're selling,
Yeah,
right? 'Cause
nothing's
then,
being
then
imported,
those
so it's
kinds of
just
things
local-
would be
Yeah, it's just our local
expensive.
products. Okay. So we have
One
a
last
bunch
thing I
of
want to do
coppers.
then is how much iron is 1 silver?
It'd be 200. Oh, plus guild fee. Sorry, almost forgot.
Even then, is that much?
160
okay.
iron.
Is the guild fee not a
silver-
flat fee? It's a percentage.
The percentage, yeah,
Yeah.
20% on everything.
And a silver is 10 copper pieces, right? Normally for
A
Mythosian
silver
stuff.
is a silver normally is 20, I think. I'll double check. I'm
Really?
like
Oh,
90%
okay.
sure it's 20.
Wait, so does that mean when countries are like paying
I thought it was
each
a 10
other,
convert.
but,
What
Yes,
the fuck
there
are you
is
making?
giga wacky
millions
shit
of
for
pence?
countries paying each other. We just normally don't get into it because it's not worth it. But here, in this
That
one
is
context,
actually
it
wacky
is.
as fuck.
Okay, so let's go down to 5 copper then for how much iron?
Okay, 5 copper, 5 Mythosian coppers exchanged for iron is going to get you 50 iron.
Jesus. Okay, 2 copper pieces.
Okay, that's 20.
Okay, I'll do
Okay,
that.
You got 20 iron coins. All right, so all this
Is
is
there,
being
are there
exchanged.
identifying marks on
Wait,
these
wait,
iron
wait.
coins, or are they just
Yes.
little
Wait,
Yeah, there's
Harper, you
dots of
forgot.
iron?
You forgot.
What did I forget?
Well, when it's 2 copper, that's not 20 iron coins. That's 16 because of the fee. Right?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, it is 16 because the.
So we
Thank you very
do
much.
forget the guild fee
No,
sometimes.
no, I no.
What are
yes,
the Raven coins made of?
the Raven coins are made out of iron, but the ones issued here in this money changer, they have on one side they have Aurelian Var Soul, and on the other side they have a eye.
Okay,
Oh.
because I still have 8 Raven coins.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean technically those are just normal iron
I
coins. You
don't-
can spend them as you.
I don't know if
Right,
we want to
I don't
flash those
know.
around during our investigation right now. Those might
Yeah,
cause unwanted attention.
yeah. Like if
much
I'm
are-
trying to pay the dwarf, he might be like, "Oh, I don't want to mess with these people. They got evil Raven coins."
Sure. Okay.
Sorry,
Are we
how,
good
how
currency?
much? No,
Okay.
because I do not. I'm not converting a gold to iron. I
That's.
don't
smart.
feel like
Yeah.
being Mr. Moneybags, literally.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna convert. How much would a silver convert into in Gala copper?
As 1 Mythosian silver will turn into
20.
20. No, it's not that. It says
That's
20
4.
Mythosian, so it's divided by 5, and then the fee, so it's 3. 1 Mythosian silver is 3 Gallon coppers.
3.
Yep, 3.
Because
What,
one election
4?
was 16 or whatever.
No, not 4, because there's the guild fee.
And the guild fee is 25% now.
20%, and they round down.
They round up.
No,
They
they
got
don't.
it.
I know they don't round up. All right, what are you doing?
Fuckers. Well, in that case, I'm gonna convert more so that they're not scamming me as bad.
Okay, how many Gallon
Um,
coppers do you want?
Like 20.
Okay, then that's gonna be. It's just funny to have you all go through the same arc that Ethan did when he first encountered the Money Changers Guild. If you give them 7 silver, they'll give you 20 Gallon copper.
To be
Sure,
fair,
yeah,
this is
that
20
sounds
times
right.
better than doing Mythosian, because that was fucking hell, looking at that in our other campaign.
Oh yeah, that was wacky. Okay, Hecko, are you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
20 Gala copper.
Yep.
Probably not. How much does that weigh?
How much does it weigh?
Yeah.
It weighs 5 times more than normal copper. How much does copper weigh?
How-
Coins, D&D, 5e, weight. I don't remember.
Uh-oh.
I think it's a pound for 50. So it would be 5 for 50. That means every 10 weighs a pound. You can do the math from there. All right. So, Renesmee, your colleagues speak to this clerk for nigh on 30 minutes, exchanging coins and asking questions and about local trade practices. And this clerk has no trouble with this. But are you doing anything while they're busy? Exchanging
Yeah.
coins and babbling.
I'm gonna hear them talking about this shit, and I'm just gonna decide that it's better in their hands. So I'm gonna go outside and kind of sit on the steps and just look up and observe the crows, I guess.
Yeah, you notice one crow. All the others, they hop around. They do normal crow things and occasionally glance in your direction. There's one crow that's staring directly at you. It's on a nearby roof.
Alright. Keep looking at him.
Yeah, it stares back at you.
Hello. I say, but not very loud.
Yeah, the crow is on a distant roof, so it doesn't hear that, but make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Okay.
Question.
Sure. One moment.
Okay.
Dang.
You feel something begin to press into your mind. It's like an impression, like a suggestion almost. But you pass it by, and by the time you close your eyes focusing on this, by the time it passes, you notice that the crow has lifted off the roof and has begun to fly northward.
What kind of suggestion was I feeling?
Who's to say? All you know is that it was a suggestion to do an action.
Don't you hear the suggestion?
Yeah, but wouldn't I feel an impulse to do something like get
I
up?
guess, yeah,
or...
you're right. Yeah, you would feel an impulse. The impulse was to go over and slit Mickey's throat.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah, that's like a campaign destroyer.
Yeah, well, lucky she rolled so high.
Yeah.
Mickey's got all that armor, it'll be fine.
I'll
You
kind
would
of
have had to make an attack.
realizing kind of what might have happened.
Yeah.
I'll look down
Yeah.
and be concerned.
Yeah.
I want to go in and barge in and tell Maximus, but I don't want to interrupt what they're doing because it is important, but I will let him know once he's done.
Okay. Yeah, they all file out after a while, and you hear Severus.
These things is more important than the other.
You hear Severus partway through say, well, why don't we just hunt down these tax collectors, these money changers everywhere? And as your fellow judges spill out onto the steps, you guys glance over and see Renesmee staring at the ground, a little bit uncharacteristic of her.
Maximus,
Uh,
may I speak with you for a moment?
I suppose.
I mean,
Jingle,
all
jangle,
of you.
jingle, jangle, jingle.
All of you can listen, just specifically Maximus.
I'll start
Well, you
putting
guys-
the massive amounts of coinage on Mickey.
While you guys were in there, I was observing the crows. Most of them were acting normally, but one seemed to be watching me, and when I met its gaze, I felt almost as if it was trying to command me to do something. It felt like this magical force of suggestion, and I had this impulse that felt like it was being pressed into me. And then I'll look up at Maximus and I'll look back down and I'll say, it wanted me to slit Mickey's throat.
Sounds similar to what happened to those guys that sabotaged the other city.
So Maximus, how much ammo you got? How many crows do you want to kill today?
Is it still there?
It flew away. I've been avoiding making eye contact with them. I'm not sure if it's just by being near them or we're looking at them.
I'm gonna make eye contact with every crow in the city.
Yeah, you start to stare up at crows on nearby buildings, and there's one crow. It's close. It's closer than any other crow. It's trying to peck at a piece of stone that seems mostly empty. It's like literally 10 feet away, and it looks up at you. You stare down at it. A staring contest for about 3 seconds ensues, and then the crow flies away.
I suppose it's gone. I suppose
That
it's
has
a
been
good
her.
thing you didn't then. Probably would have ended poorly for just about everyone involved.
But do you believe that could have been her in her crow form, watching us? Or just one of her minions?
If
You know,
it's
one of her
casting
minions.
spells and magic, it might have been her herself, right?
Indeed.
We still
Or
don't know the
someone
full
getting
extent of it,
close to
though.
her.
We're not sure if she could have cast anything from the people she controlled back in the city.
If she's getting bolder, that means we're getting closer.
I have a suggestion. For those of us who aren't, well, as strong of mind, perhaps it would be best for them to not be overly weaponized during our adventures.
Well, we want to be ready to fight it.
As long as we keep our eye on each other, it should be fine. Just don't
Fine.
separate from the group.
I'm not giving away my weapons.
Right.
I mean, if we want, we can just
Hey, wait a minute.
have a traveling formation that we walk in, and if we see people start deviating from that, then we have a good idea.
That's true.
Like a buddy system.
Buddy system. Wait, there's
Well,
5 of us.
The professor
issue with that is we
sitting
don't know
out
how many
on
they
the
can
horse, and
control.
he'll sort of
Oh.
look down
That's
and
right.
say,
I'll look back at the professor. No.
I must say, I've never had a crow cause me to do anything out of turn.
Are you
I think it's
dangerous?
because we're coming after her.
Am I dangerous? I suppose it depends your perspective. To an ant, yes. To a person, probably not.
Ah,
Are
there
you
go then.
wise?
I would say so, yes.
Well, then I hope that you would be safe. Yeah, I'm concerned for those of us who might have more susceptible minds. But we'll just have to keep an eye on each other, I suppose, and maybe not make eye contact with the crows.
Well, for the more
I'm not
knowledgeable
sure.
spellcasters, how does this work? Is there any way we can break it without them performing the act?
Good question. How would we save each other if we were under her spell? I have no idea how these things work.
Roll an
Is there-
Something simple, like we just-
Okay, I have the spell, so
Which
do
spell
I have
do you
advantage
have?
on this? I have suggestion.
Oh, then you know exactly how suggestion works if you have this.
Oh, okay.
How does it
There's
work?
no check needed. So if it's suggestion, then one, a person will never do something that will directly cause them to hurt themselves. They're not going to kill themselves. They're not going to cut themselves, etc., etc.
Or harm to anyone else.
What? No, I don't think it says that in spell. I think it says if
It
it'll
does,
cause
it
you to do
does, it
something.
does.
I will hit the spell.
I'm pretty sure suggestion specifically said harm to something like you were friendly with.
That's
Or
what-
do
that's
some
my
other
understanding, yeah.
obviously harmful act ends the spell.
I'm pretty sure Peach is
Okay,
Okay,
friendly
but
with
the
It's
examples it
acceptable.
gives is stab yourself, throw yourself into a spear, or immolate yourself.
Wait, so you're saying that a sorcerer
No, no, no,
will
no, read this,
mind
just read
control
it, just read it,
soldiers
just
to
read it,
kill
just-
other soldiers
Yes,
because they're
just-
not killing
correct,
themselves?
yes, read it. It says stab yourself, kill
Wait,
yourself,
so that means
immolate
suggestion
yourself.
is the most powerful spell in the world.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
That's so stupid.
What?
No,
What?
it's not pretty strong. You're
Just
making
read
it
the
dominate
spell.
person.
No, just read
You're
the
making it
spell.
dominate
Read
person.
the spell.
Harkon, if that's the spell that she's using,
Yeah.
creatures
No,
that
it
can't
can't
be
be. It's
charmed
way
are
too-
immune to this
You
effect.
can be charmed. You just
We're
have
just-
advantage.
I'm just
Wait,
making
doesn't
sure
this
that
line
that's...
specifically mean that we can't do anything harmful?
No, it says asking the creature to stab itself, throw itself onto a spear, immolate itself, or do some
Or
other
do
obviously
some-
harmful act. Now, you could say, if you want
It
to
doesn't
read it, that
specify
these are
itself.
separate clauses, but I think it's obviously talking about hurting yourself in a lethal way. Like, you can't tell someone to kill themselves when they're suggested.
But you
could
can tell them-
theoretically
You can
tell them
to
to
kill
go
each
into a
other.
very highly flammable barn and
Sure.
light a thing of hay on fire.
Yeah, I think so.
Your instructions have to be within 6 seconds, though.
Yeah,
so, you
so
have
it
to
has
say
to
it
be
real
one
fast.
attack. You can't cause a whole battlefield to kill itself. It's just one attack.
Well,
Whoa.
that's
What?
suggestion.
No.
Who wasn't it one
Suggestion
of y'all
lasts
that
for
I
8 hours.
used?
But it's only one action.
It depends on what you. Well, if you say go.
The suggested
go
course of
swim
action
to
can
the-
continue for the entire duration.
The spell
So we
ends when the
say
subject
kill the
finishes what it
entire
is.
yeah. So if I suggest someone to kill the entire military of a country, then they can for 8 hours kill every soldier of the country they
Or
see.
if it takes any damage, then it'll instantly stop the spell as well. So
How do we count as damage? It has to
no,
be a
it
political
doesn't.
point, like you can't
yeah,
just
it
slap
says
someone
if
and it
you or
counts.
any of your companions damage the target, the spell ends.
Yeah, but what if it's not you or any of your companions? What if it's a third party?
What?
What if I have, like, let's say 2 armies fighting, and
I think
there's
it's
a
just trying to
third
say
party?
if you take damage, it ends. It doesn't matter about companions. I don't think it actually cares.
Yeah, if you take damage, the spell ends, and so maybe. you'll
Okay,
get
so
one or
that's
two
how-
attacks.
that's- so
Trips and
already
falls and
changing
like
the spell
hurts his
itself.
ankle.
That's what
Does
it
that
says.
count? Or does
No,
another
that's not
creature
the
have
spell
to
by
damage it?
default. Like, that's already changed the
What
spell.
was it, Yogi?
It says if you or any of your companions damage the target, not if anything damages the
Hego, just
companion.
let me
What?
ask so, and
Yeah.
find the. Okay. So I know you're changing it a little bit. That's what I was gonna say, but I didn't want to be mean.
Yeah.
So you've changed it to like, if is it gonna be any creature that causes it damage, or any damage period that it takes?
I think it'd be. I think.
Because if
creature,
he's
yeah, it
walking
says-
and then he like trips and falls, is it gonna
yeah,
break him
it's
out of
definitely
it?
gonna be creatures because it says you or your companions damage. So it's it's definitely gonna be creatures intentionally damaging that target.
And
way
then
that I
question:
think- yeah.
Are we like able to slap for 1 damage, or do we have to make
Yeah.
an unarmed attack?
Yeah. Now a slap for 1 damage is an unarmored attack, but yeah, you can slap for 1 damage.
I'm just saying it doesn't roll a normal damage of like 1d4, whatever it is.
No, it's just.
Can we smack with doing no damage and break him out of it, or do we have
No,
to do
it
damage?
needs to do damage.
Has to deal at least 1 point of damage.
No.
I don't have
What
dispelled
about
magic.
the 1 HP commoners?
Clearly, I'm not about to slap sword for 12 damage.
Yeah. Oh. Well, there you go. There's suggestion. Obviously, there are other enchantment spells, but that one particular time was suggestion. So.
And I assume, well, last question, sorry. I
Yeah.
assume if we're having to like, if we're saying slap for 1 damage, quote unquote, we have to roll that against their AC.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just
Yeah.
curious.
So it'll be easy for you because you do unarmed strikes anyways. For other people though, like you can't deal 1 damage with a longsword or a pike.
Okay,
or
so you guys better hope I don't
Yeah.
get charged.
Yeah, true. Without
To be fair,
shoulder.
I can break it.
Oh yeah, true. And half the party has advantage on being charmed anyways because half health. All right.
Woo.
So You have your
So he can
coins.
just break it, and everyone else is just like.
It's just you, buddy.
And you also
it's
very hard
just
to hit.
Max.
I guess it's good. It's good she hasn't figured that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So you guys have your food. You have your currency. Now we're going to talk about a bit about this map that we've been on for a while. As you can see, very limited view, and that's because you can't see that far because of the fog. So I'm going to let you move the token. Any moves are final, so I'd prefer it if one person moves. I don't really care.
Well, preferably we'd like to look at the maps the professor brought if he did, right?
Yes,
Or do you
I
not
can
bring
tell you roughly what the island's shape like, but maps in this period are horrifically inaccurate, and this guy's not a cartographer. He's just like a historian.
Okay. I just
So-
want to know the general direction we should head towards
Okay,
where
yeah.
our goal is. Yeah.
So I'm going to give you some general features of the island, and then we can move from there. So generally, to the east, there's a marsh, a big old marsh along the coast with a river. Then to the south, there's hills and a mountain. Then to the north, there's a whole mountain range, hills and woodlands. You guys need to go to the westernmost part of the northern mountains.
Okay, so we want to head up like this direction.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So we can move across grassland pretty easily. So feel free to move. In terms of days of travel passing, this island's really small. Each one of these hexes is 1 mile, so you can move quite a bit of distance. So just start moving forward. This is riding along the coast.
Okay. Is this any sort of different terrain?
Yes, that's woodland.
Does that actually slow us down?
It does slow you down significantly, yeah.
And apparently it's dangerous.
Allegedly.
Because of beast creatures or whatever?
Yeah,
So it takes you guys about an
half
hour
creature.
in the morning to ride to this portion of the area.
Reminder,
here,
Mr.
does it look like
Harkle,
the-
I am ritual casting Speak with Animals. I want to hear what the grasshoppers say, buddy.
Grasshoppers are not, unfortunately, on the road at the moment.
Not literally, but you know, if there's any weird jibber jabber, you let me know, Mr.
I'll let you
Harkle.
You can't tell if the forest
yeah.
looks like it's going to continue further.
From what you can see through the fog, the forest is just to your north, and it seems to extend.
Well, do we want to try to look for a way around, or do we want to try to go through?
The professor
we're gonna have
stares
to
into
go
the woods
through.
and produces a little sketchbook and begins to sketch the distant outlines of these leafless trees. It feels only because it's super foggy right now, so you can't really see the specifics of the tree. So you just see a bunch of leafless silhouettes in the distance, and it scarily reminds you of the Deadwood. All those leafless trees.
Professor, do you have an educated opinion on how we should handle
Uh-oh.
this?
What if this is
Through
the
or
same
around?
professor from the other Feywood?
I can't say that I'm quite sure. I know that we have to go north and find the westernmost round of the mountain, but as I said, I've never left the fort. I'm sorry to keep
I'd
repeating
say-
myself, but
Let's continue north.
Through the forest?
Straight
then?
north.
Well, we have to go northwest. Currently, if we continue along the edge of the forest, we'll be going northeast.
Well, we're not sure where it ends. It could end right here, and we could just head west after that.
Or it could not
Feeling
end
it
for another
doesn't.
8 miles now.
How high is the tree line? Should I just go up and
It's
look?
not a height problem. It's a
Like the
fog
mist and
problem.
fog.
You guys would be seeing for
Fog.
like 8 miles in all directions if it weren't. You'd be seeing most of the island if it weren't for the fog.
Does anyone have any cartography tools so we know how to get back?
Nope.
I assume
Oh,
Professor
no,
would,
dude.
maybe.
Nope. He's
Oh
not
god,
proficient.
Alex, you know what this is giving me flashbacks to?
Mountain game.
Dude, that was awful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, who votes we go through the forest, and who votes if we want to see if there's another way around it?
The professor.
Direct
abstains.
north.
I vote for around. Anyone
I vote
else?
for through the forest.
Suppose
It's
we
two
go
for
through.
forest.
All right.
3 for
Ooh.
forest. All right. Guess we're
Salt
going
out
through.
land.
So, you guys leave the path and begin to head into the forest. At this point, they'll take over the token because it's going to slow down quite a bit. So it takes about an hour and a half, and you guys begin to delve into the woods. You ride in for about an hour, progressing forward, and then another hour passes. 3 hours into the morning, you guys reach the banks of a wide river. The professor, as you guys get to the edge, and you can see across it, so it's not like infinite, but as you get to the edge of the river, the professor takes out a sketchbook and looks into the water and says,
yes. This is the Yoruga, I can tell. They have the same frogs along the reeds.
The
Ooh,
Yoruga River?
yes.
Yes, that means it's probably in a swelling period right now, since it's January. He seems very proud that he knows this random fact.
Oh.
Well, you said we don't know a good spot to cross it.
No, we'll have to look up and down. But
where does it meet the ocean?
back
east
at
or
Fort
west?
Morris.
So more than likely, it doesn't have a way across going
Which
further down.
well, okay, just which way's downriver?
This way.
South-
Oh, sorry. I
southwest,
can't
yeah.
turn. Yeah, that way.
Okay, yeah, alright. Alright. I say we head upriver.
Okay. Roll me
Is
a
that
D4
left?
as you guys. Yeah, it's to the right.
That's right.
As you guys travel to the right, roll me a D4.
Roll.
I'll roll
How you doing?
one.
Not the encounter check.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
I don't
You guys
really
move
do.
to the northeast and find a bend in the Yaruga.
Well,
And
that was weird.
as you're riding along, Renesmee, you guys, so you're now passing along the edge of the river. Like, it's to your left, you're traveling up its waters, and you smell smoke. Mickey flares his nose, and Gore's hackles raise. And you guys see a shack to the woods to your right. It's been growing closer, and it just seems there, just in the woods. There's no one there, there's no person, it's just a shack visible.
This mountain game.
Time to trade with another hag.
Is it Job?
I don't know
So
if it's
Biden?
wise that we approach that.
We have no reason to approach it. We need to keep looking for a way to cross the river.
Yes.
I'm curious. There's a reason.
Well, then
Maximus.
have fun on your own.
Maximus, do you leave the riverside to go towards the woods and the lone shack?
If beastmen truly do roam these forests, then whatever lives here is
go
probably
with
going to be much
Maximus because we
scarier.
have a buddy
It's
system.
called a beast man. You think it's gonna live in a shack?
I'm going.
I'm saying
all-
whatever
Alright,
lives in a
Zednians
forest
and
with
Maximus.
beastman
If
isn't
you're
going
going,
to
I'll
be
come
nice.
with you.
Alright.
Yeah, there's
Zednians
two
and
of
Like
us.
there's no
leave the
talking
Fuck on with
about
them.
it.
There's three. Ah, there we are. There's everyone.
I trail
No, I'm not
far
coming.
fucking
All
behind.
right, Lars, you can
Annoyed.
go off on
The professor remains with
No,
Lars.
no one's going on their own. Who? If one person.
Even Esme and the professor are staying back.
Okay.
No, I'll trail far behind them, but I'll go
Alright.
with them. I
I'm
just don't want to be
staying with
beside
Lars.
them.
Okay,
Oh.
so
Fine.
Wait, Lars, are you gonna leave or are you gonna stay? Just not come with us.
Well, let's picture this. So, like, we see the shack really far out.
Sure,
you guys
sure.
are
Are
going
you-
up directly to the shack. Renesmee's falling further behind. I'm staying where I am.
Okay, all right, cool.
I'm staying with Lars, but I'll send Hegel so I have eyes over there.
Lars, the professor, Professor Pushkin, Professor Pushkin, Lars,
Professor
and
Pushkin.
Zednius remain at the edge of the water. The professor hops off his horse and begins to investigate the reeds of the Yaruga. Renesmee, you trail behind Severus and Maximus. And Maximus, it only
Yes.
takes maybe 300 feet for the rest of this clearing to come into view. You can see relatively easily that there is a whole village. This shack seemed to be about 200 feet located away from the village. It's a collection of 12 longhouses arrayed in a circle, smoke still billowing out of one of them, though the entire area seems to be abandoned. There is no people going between these longhouses, nor have you ever seen architecture even remotely similar to this.
But there's smoke coming from below.
Oh yes, they must have left very recently.
Like, as in coming from the chimney or
Yeah,
the
from the
longhouse?
chimney of one of the longhouses.
Okay,
I'm gonna
is there
start
one that's
casting
bigger
detect
than
magic.
the rest?
No. What'd you say,
I'll go up.
Echo?
I'm gonna, before entering the house, I'm just gonna kneel in front of it and start ritual casting detect magic.
Okay. So
I'm
you
not
kneel in
gonna-
front
Going
of one
for
of the
another
longhouses.
level situation.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wait for him to finish all that nonsense. I'm just gonna go into them.
Okay, well, Severus pauses to kneel in front of one of the buildings, and you just walk inside. Renesmee, you slowly catch up with the two of them. And as you head inside, Maximus, you see that each of these longhouses seems to be a living place, a working place, and then a food preparation place. The living place has several mats on the floor. The central area with the fire pit seems to be a crafting area, and you see a variety of local trinkets and totems and wards. You also see that there is almost like a totem, like a wooden statue in the center of the room depicting a man with a crow's head and a cloak around his shoulders.
The Raven Tyrant.
How recently does it look like people were here?
The fire is still actively burning, there's fresh wood on it, which is producing this smoke. So, if you had to guess, it's going to be more than 30 minutes to an hour.
Huh. I wonder where they all went.
I'll grab the little wooden totem and put it in my pocket.
There are some smaller ones, but the main totem is a large statue.
Oh, can I grab a smaller one?
Yeah, you find a smaller little. It seems to have been carved by newer hands, like a newer craftsman or maybe a kid, and it depicts a similar image. With on one side of this little carving is a crow man, and on the other side is a man wearing a crow cloak or a feathered cloak. And you can put that into your pocket. And Severus, you finish casting detect magic. You walk inside. You look around. There is no magic present in this longhouse.
Alright, next house.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll muck around through
You
the
guys
rest
go
of the
through
houses.
all 12 of the longhouses. Each one seems pretty similar in that general layout of living area, crafting area, food area. Some of them have a large amount of these like religious totems to this crow whatever. Most of them don't though. They just have like arrowheads within the process of making a spear or carving just like a local animal. The people seem to have quickly removed themselves from this place, and not in any of them do you find signs of people being here recently. Within the last 30 minutes, that is.
Interesting.
Do you think they left because they knew we were coming towards them? Or do you think that we've just missed them?
I don't know where they would have gone.
They probably left because of us.
I think we're being watched by the crows and the other creatures of this forest. I think we're being
Likely.
watched in general.
I feel like we should just, start killing every crow we see.
Didn't
Probably.
you say you were already going to stop doing it?
Well, yeah, but I'm
How many
not
crows have you
wasting
killed?
arrows. They're not
Oh,
coming
that's
into
right.
arm's reach, and I'm not wasting arrows right now. I don't have many.
And you know what? Yeah. I'd say we continue.
If I was that nice, I would be blasting them entirely.
So, do you just return back to the riverside?
Yeah.
Okay. You leave this abandoned village behind. Return to the river. While you guys were gone, Professor Pushkin spent his time in the reeds inspecting the frogs, and halfway, while the other three are still in the village, the professor will walk over to you, Zednians, and he'll hold up a frog, a large, beefy, bull-toed frog, and say,
I told you this was the Yoruga. Same frog, same position within the reeds. Isn't it fascinating how nature functions?
Yes, very.
Okay.
and
I have a compass that I recovered from inside the deadwood once. Can I, it's on my sheet. Can I pull it out just to have in my hand to also track
so
where
you recovered
we're
it from the
going?
deadwood?
Yeah.
Alright, then it is spinning in all directions.
Okay, never mind. I put it back in my pocket.
Alrighty. You return to the other folks, and you guys are once again reunited at the edge of the river.
Well, satisfied.
What'd you guys find?
I pull out my little totem. Found a little village. There were some totems like this.
Is it magic? I'm
Carved.
flashing my eyes.
Nope.
It's
No.
not- why'd you take that?
Ain't no one there.
I just want to have it as, I don't know, something physical and concrete that we can show of this thing that they might be worshipping. A man with a crow's head.
Alarming. How close does it look like to the thing? Or is it just really
To
rudimentary?
what thing?
The totem.
Oh,
The,
yeah, the little
to
carving
the
that she
hybrid
yoinked.
monster.
Yeah, the little carving that she yoinked looks like a person with like, you know the Egyptian gods how it's like a crow's head and everything else is human? That's what this
Yeah.
carving looks like. So it's not really.
Okay.
I mean, would you
It
describe?
doesn't have the
it's not-
wings
doesn't
or
have
the
wings,
black
doesn't have like the
fur
feathery
feathers.
skin or any of that.
No, that doesn't look like the girl then.
Doesn't have a cloaca.
Oh God, but it is a crow-headed person. So, do we?
Perhaps we
just
should leave?
continue your travels. Where to now? You've reached a bend in the river. Upstream brings you south. Downstream brings you west.
I'm guessing it's too deep to cross.
It's about half a mile long, wide. So yeah, it's gonna be too deep to cross in most places. You could try to swim across it with your horses. I mean, it's not like crazy fast.
That sounds like a bad idea.
That sounds incredibly risky for Mickey, especially.
It's true, Mickey. Oh yeah, can you swim with heavy armor on?
Mickey would have some trouble.
Fuck, I would have some trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're planning on doing here. I might just have Hegel scan the coastline west.
He travels about as fast as we do, though, doesn't he?
Yep.
That's true. He does.
Actually slower because he's not on horseback.
We give Hegel a horse.
Well, I mean, Zednians can get across the water with no trouble, but
Well, not my horse.
yeah, exactly.
I need that.
Professor,
Can any of you
is it you guys?
reduce
How do people usually cross the rivers here? Have you come across that in your research?
I think it's
No.
because we're in a season where it's flooded. No, that's what he said earlier.
Yes, this is a period of great growth. For the next 3 months, it's going to be about this wide. I'm sure the local people have some way of navigating it, perhaps canoes or a bridge.
Did we see any canoes in the village?
You weren't looking for them. Do you want to go back and look at?
I don't even think we could fit a horse in a canoe, so probably not.
Any of you capable of casting magic to make it smaller?
Oh, I might be able to help us out with,
You've
shape
moved water before, yeah?
Yeah, I might be able to freeze it for us and have us walk across.
The only problem is
How
how
thick
wide it
can you
is.
freeze it?
Yeah, it's
Pretty
usually
hard.
How would
one
you have to
block.
cast it?
One sec.
Yeah, this is many Minecraft blocks.
Minecraft block is about 3 meters. We're talking about a half a mile wide river, so that's a lot
30
of Minecraft
feet.
blocks. That's a lot
that's
of
the
Minecraft
range.
blocks.
A lot of
A
Minecraft,
Minecraft block is
blocks.
3 meters,
5 foot
not
cube
short.
is what it
It's 1
says.
meter.
Let's see.
It's a 5 foot cube. The range is just how far away you can cast it from.
Ah, I see. Yeah, 5 foot cube.
Yeah, definitely not. That
Oh, but it's a
yeah.
cantrip though.
True.
She could
It
Moses
is.
her way across the water.
I think it fades after. Oh, for 1 hour? Wait. Yeah, you could get across the river by doing that, but no one else could.
Why not?
Because so
But
she's doing 5 feet
It would
at a
break
time.
as she's going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she can stand on that, and she could freeze the next one, and then walk, and then freeze in it. But that's 5 feet, so it's not enough to fit your guys' long ass column. Of
Well, she could
6
do it.
feet
Then the
of horses.
next, or no,
And we
because
get
it's
to go back and
the,
forth and do one horse.
The
at a
river is
time.
longer than 30 feet across.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, she could do a ferry with a horse,
it
one
lasts
horse
an
at a time.
hour.
At a
Yeah,
really
true.
long time.
Fuck it. Yeah, she could do it. She could do a ferry. Bring
Making
over
it
one
ice.
horse and one person at a time.
Well, it does
I
last
think
an hour.
that's the best.
That's like
I
the rest
mean-
of today, though. Like if you, that's the all of today, just crossing this.
To be
river.
fair, we may spend the rest of the day trying to find a way
True.
to cross this, so it's
True.
not the worst idea.
Yeah, based.
Let's go check the town real quick and see what they have for like docks and stuff or any boats. If they don't have anything, then I guess we'll just do that for the rest of the day.
Okay, so you want to start going back towards Persia?
Where's
No,
you know
no.
where the town we're
The
at?
longhouses.
Oh, the longhouse.
It's a
All right,
tiny
yeah.
village.
You guys
This is a
make your way.
4th level spell. I'm not sure if it's
Yeah,
worth
That's
it.
a long one.
It says only 100 feet. Cube up to 100 feet on a side, so no.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. I control.
You guys make your way into the village. The whole, all 6 of you now. The professor begins to go towards the various, picks up various trinkets and toys left behind, some straw dolls, and sketches them into his notebook. And you guys begin to look for canoes. Out back behind one of the longhouses, you find 3 canoes. These are not like your typical, I don't know, like Native American canoe. These are more just like logs that have been hollowed out, maybe used for like a single season, and they can fit 1 person. So you could get 3 people, or yeah, 3 people could go. So you could all get over the river in like 30 minutes. The problem is you can't bring your horses. Horses cannot fit on these like manned canoes.
It's probably better to spend the rest of the day of doing the cantrip mean.
Okay, all right, yeah, slowly freezing her way across the water.
Yeah,
At about
I'll
the
do that.
midpoint, that would be terrifying. you'd be a
Well,
quarter mile
I
away
can turn
from
into a
land.
fish.
Oh yeah, I
It'd be
guess for
fun.
you.
Mile is how many feet? 2,560?
No, it's 5,000.
Oh, 5,260. Right.
So yeah, it's
Half
going
a
to take a
mile.
while to do this. I'm sure we can do the math, but I don't really want to do the math to figure out how long it is. I just need to
500
know.
casts.
Yeah, something like that. But then you
For
cast the
one
double it because
time
it's a
across.
horse, and those are large-sized creatures. So it's a lot. Anyways, which portion of the river do you want to cross? Like into which tile?
If we're gonna go this way anyway, probably this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm worried that it looks like it bends up this way, but I guess we'll find
That's
out.
easy enough. All right. So, Renesmee, you get over
Yep.
with your horse. You tie it
Can
to a
Henrik
log.
fly yet?
You don't know this horse. Zednians can
No.
fly over himself, and his horse can be brought over. This is a day-long process.
Should
you don't really need to go.
Before we decide to go this way, I want to fly and scout to see if
If
this
the
is
river
just going to
bends.
cut us off on this river and we have to do it a
Um,
second time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just move into this square, right there.
Okay,
can
so we
fly
need to
over.
go. We need to go further.
Go down first.
Yeah, we have
Well,
to
we're
go
not
around.
sure where we need to go. Is the issue? I'm not sure if
Westernmost
this.
edge of the mountain, so you can't even see yet.
Yeah.
Well, you fly across the river and scout, and then you return with what knowledge you have. I mean, what do you want to do? Where do you want
Yeah,
to
the river goes straight up this way, so we should
Well,
probably.
the westernmost
I-
part of the mountain could be on this side, but it could also be over here. I guess
when
would
we
probably make-
arrived, do we know? Like, were we in the center of the island, or?
No, you've seen nothing. You've seen no good map. You've seen barely any of the terrain because of all this fog. If
And
you
the
just
fog
had-
was there when we arrived.
Yes.
Even on the boat. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
I think because the mountains is just north, I say we just go up, and then worst case scenario we do this again to get over. But I
And
doubt
a
it.
smaller
but-
river would take significantly less time. It's just this river's huge. It's probably the biggest river.
Yeah, there's the river. There's a tiny river that goes across, and then there's still the big river.
There's a
on
big
the
one
left.
right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we want to cross directly north?
I think so, and then worst case scenario we cross again.
All right. You guys bring over all your things and items across the river. It's a full day long affair. You give Renesmee frequent breaks, water, food, and then she does another crossing. It's a heavy day of work for Renesmee. For the rest of you, it is calm. A day of passing the time. And at
We
the end
fetch
of the
with
day,
gore.
yeah, exactly. You got it. It's a beach episode for everyone but Renesmee. For Renesmee, it's stressful
Yeah.
as fuck.
I'm
It's-
huffing and puffing, and I
yeah,
am
keeping
fucking
concentration
tired.
on freezing ice, like, the entire day, freezing ass feet. Yeah, but eventually you guys get across the river, set up your campsite, 2 tents, everyone crowds in, and then the shifts are worked out. And all that's to be done for tonight is wisdom saving throws for all 5 of you.
Wow.
Can I,
Nice.
before we go to bed,
Yeah.
can I tell Maximus that he should set up his tent very close to us so that his bracelet of warning can function
Oh, yeah,
properly?
true.
Bracelet
Within
of what?
30 feet, as we always set the camp up. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Does the rest
We
of the
always
party
let
even
the
know
camp
about
on.
this gift?
I don't.
I'm
think
not
so.
even sure, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Is this from
Well,
the
if it's
Fae?
magic, I would know that he has a magic thing.
Sure, he's got a magic bracelet now.
Is this the
Yeah.
Fae side quest
So
we never heard about?
that's also surrounded by my magic shield, my magic lance, and my magic longsword.
But
Well,
they're all
he's
different
tripping.
colors.
True. He's got a
True,
magic
that
bracelet
one-
now.
You got a new
Okay.
thing.
I'm not
Alright.
gonna. I'm not gonna
As you
steal
guys
your
go to bed,
bracelet.
let's get
Just
some
your
wisdom
cursed
saving throws
shield.
from everyone.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Doing.
Oh my god, I burped.
No.
Jesus Christ.
I love schizo
Please
dreams.
Don't you have
don't.
advantage? Wait, Hecko, don't you have advantage or no?
Oh, is this a charm
No,
box?
this
I don't think it's a charm. It was just a wacky dream.
It's
I
a
get
charm.
another wacky dream.
No, Severus
Or no,
does. He got a
Severus
6.
gets it. Oh,
Severus.
I'm saved.
You've been riding atop a horse. For many hours, in fact. Your back and thighs burn as you remain gripped to the horse. Up here, in the hills, rocks are common and grass is rare. It is arid. And despite recognizing where you are, you can't help but feel like you're in another place, in another time. You crest a slight rise, and you see down in a gulch, a village of some 20 buildings nestled together. It strikes you as odd, seeing them. You're not sure why. The villagers are separated into 2 groups, shouting at each other from across a gap. Your horse guides you forward. The crowds are lost in their rage, screaming and shouting. No individual complaint can be heard, but the anger is palpable. Then one steps out from the crowd and approaches you. He's wearing strange, flowing silk robes with incredibly elaborate patterns. The colors of the robe varies from blue to purple, but always stays within that color range. The villager seems to recognize you. And Prince! He smiles. It's good to see you again. Do you journey here to visit? You try to speak words, but words do not come. As the man in the flowing robes reaches out to touch you, you awaken. It's not early in the morning, still late at night. You can hear the snores of Maximus like a seesaw beside you. And as you're in that sort of like post-waking up, still sort of dreamlike state, you realize that that man, that villager, was not a human. He had purple skin, half a dozen eyes. The robes were interesting, though.
Okay, that sounds kind of weird.
Yeah.
But not like terrifying weird.
No, just weird. So far, all of them have just been weird. So, unfortunately, since you... oh, shit. I should have done this last time. Who was the person that got the dream last time? Was Zednians?
It was me.
Yes.
Did you get any benefit from the previous short rest?
I get no, because I didn't use any spells.
Perfect. So this short rest, you get no benefit, Severus. So if you needed any short rest materials, you did not get them, so you couldn't spend hit dice, etc.
Didn't need any, but yeah.
Perfect. There you go. All right. Then.
I have a question based off of an experience that we had. Well, I guess not a question of more of
Sure.
what I'm doing. With the stuff you said that happened with my eye that we were on our way here,
Yeah.
I want to try to focus more on it at night and see if I notice anything weird with it.
Okay. Yeah. You're at the campfire. You're sitting across from the professor.
he is speaking to Zednians about sort of talk at. He's basically just lecturing Zednians about something that he uncovered when he was unearthing a ruin over in Sedalia. You've long since tuned them out. You're just scratching.
I think I'm really good at hearing people just talk about things they're really passionate about.
Man, definitely.
No, it's because you're a femboy, surely.
Okay.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry about it. You stare into the blackness, where your missing eye is, and as you focus, there's movement there. It's the outline of something in the darkness.
Is it the same thing I saw previously?
It's hard to say. It's just like it's like you're in a pitch black room and something is moving in front of you, and you can only see the faintest of anything. But sure enough, it's there. It doesn't seem to be as aggressive as it was before. Before, it seemed to almost be reaching out towards you. Not quite that, but it is there, a presence.
If I try to stare at it, does it make any reaction?
Yeah, as you stare at it, it begins to grow larger. And you get the distinct sense that it's humanoid, roughly. The arms are the size of something. It's hard to say. The scale's so messed up just because it's within the darkness of your eye. But it's
Does it resemble the features of the hag at all?
Kind of. The hag was pretty monstrous, so yeah, I guess it is a somewhat monstrous humanoid form.
Okay. If nothing seems like harmful will come from it, I'll keep just trying to focus on it and stare at it.
Okay, you continue to focus, and before anything else changes, your watch will be up and you'll get some sleep. That must mean time sped right by. You must have spent at least an hour staring at it, maybe 2, staring into it, and it's strangely comforting.
Okay.
All right. The following morning, you guys all awake. The rain and the fog continues to oppressively surround you, not providing you any better insight into the area around you. So, where to?
Keep going north?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Keep going north, traveling along a small river. All right, you guys keep going north. You reach a mountain. It crawls up from the terrain at an incredibly steep rise, and as you look up at it, you can see this sort of distinctive rock formation on the eastern edge. It looks almost like a tooth, like a single curved tooth rising up from the earth. And after you guys spot it through the distant fog, the professor pushed in and says, "Can we halt for a moment? I'd like to consult my texts."
All right.
Took about an hour to get to your current position. You spend another 10 minutes as the professor opens up his satchel and looks through a book and then puts it away.
What does the
Opens up
book
another
look
journal.
like? Is it just
these all seem to be personal journals of his, like
Okay.
just leather bound, and then everything, all the writing inside is his. And he says, "Yes, I knew it. This is the right easternmost edge of the mountains. That right there is Dorthok's tooth."
So we have to cross the river again.
We gotta go
looks
really
like a
far
tooth?
west.
It's supposed to look like a tooth. Cross the river again. I don't know. All I know is that we're the easternmost edge, and so somewhere to the west of here.
Do you have
Does the river cut through
any
the
more
mountain? Do you know?
information?
No,
about
I'm
the shape?
sorry. I don't know the exact geography of it all. The mention of the Yaruga is only in the plains, not up here in the mountains. I don't know what it does up here.
Well,
Maybe it
I
just
suppose
drains.
we rise to Dorothy's tooth.
You want to go up it? I thought we would just travel on the outside.
We're gonna
Yeah, traveling
cross
into
the
the
smaller river around here, and then if we can get a better
Vanessa
view
just
of
doesn't
this
want to
area.
have to ferry us all across again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
traveling up into the mountains is going to make you giga slow. Not as slow as crossing a giant river, but still very slow.
Got it. Okay, so we shouldn't.
But you
do
can head
that.
up to the north if you want to cross this tiny river. That's like an hour affair. That's not that long.
Yeah, let's get to around like this edge and then see what we see.
Okay.
If we see this right here, where does this water come from? Does it go through the mountain? Is it
No,
coming
it
out
seems
of
to
the
descend
mountain?
from a dozen, 1,000, 100 mountain streams, all forming and eventually
Okay.
forming a river. I'd like a D4 as you guys travel through this sort of patch of woods to get from this side little river to the main one. A 1. I think that's what you rolled before.
Whoops.
Yeah, it was.
All
So we
right,
find
we'll go
another
with
village.
Peaches. Thank you, Peach.
No, you can't do that.
All right. as you guys are making your way through this section of hilly woodland, at this point there's a lot of gulches and rises, and in one of these gulches, a snarl echoes through the woods around you. It sounds kind of like a wolf, but not quite.
Renesmee, what was that?
Well, I've been ritual casting speak with animals, so
Yeah,
what did I
speak with
hear?
the animal.
I'm not sure. It was a snarl, but I couldn't understand it.
Well, we should go on the assumption it's one of the beast people we heard about. Stay
Yeah,
on guard.
let's get the fuck out of here.
Alrighty, so you guys are just continuing at a slightly quicker pace?
Yeah.
Is it behind us?
No, it seemed to just echo through the woods. You guys are in
Oh.
sort of around you.
Yeah, we'll just keep moving.
You guys continue to move forward. Give me one moment. In fact, actually, we're about an hour in. This is a good, perfect time to take a 5-minute break. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Bye-bye. So, you've been proceeding into the foothills, and this strange sort of barking, growling, howling does not get better. In fact, it gets closer. So, I'm going to need... I think it's Peach has the highest perception, so Peach, roll me a perception check.
Oh, that's
So
good.
16 or something. Passive perception? Or is that the other
high.
captain?
I'm just going to say that. We'll see.
What? Perceptions are on the left.
It is on the left. It's amongst your skills. In the lower bottom quadrant.
Let's go.
Okay. Well then, you notice to your left and right
A
horrifically
Cromongrel.
malformed
As posted
men
in chat.
preparing for an ambush. But since you spot them first, we're going to roll into normal initiative rather than an ambush.
Oh, it wouldn't have been an ambush anyway with the bracers of warning and all that.
I think we got at least a shot off. Braces of warning are limited in their scope range. Isn't like with the enemies within 30 feet of you or something.
Let's see here. I'll get you the exact verbiage on it.
Oh, no, you're
Jesus
right. You literally
fucking
cannot be
Christ.
surprised.
Oh, awakens us. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Augers.
That's what it said.
Okay. All right, roll into initiative, and I'm going to talk a bit about these creatures while you're doing that. So there are a total of 12 or something of these beasts that have surrounded this gulch that you guys are in. Each one of them is unique. As the professor said, it looks as they were kit bashed by God, grabbing bits of an animal, bits of a human, and smashing them together. There's a collection of different animal body parts. One you see has a dog's head with a goat's horn, vestigial eagle wings, hands of a man, and the legs of a goat. Each one, equally unique. And their equipment is all very old. The metal of it is rusted, and they all have jet black feathers somewhere on their body. And I mean, you can speak with animals, and they're not making sense, so they are clearly insane or just don't speak.
They are
English.
perversions of nature.
Oh my god. Sure,
I'll
get them.
yell out. Are we taking any of them alive?
Well,
Probably
Zednians.
not. I don't know.
I was going.
Oh, everyone is here except for Zednians. Come in. Well,
I'm here, right?
Oh, what if you're
I'm back.
Oh, welcome back. Roll into initiative.
Oh.
Forgot to check if everyone's
Where
back before
is
we
Zed?
unpaused.
Bottom left.
Alright, we're gonna unless Zednians does some crazy roll. You go first. So, what do you want to do?
That's a good question.
They have the high ground.
Oh, they're up
I
high.
don't know why it did twice.
That's right, I'll put you.
How up high are they?
It depends the one you're talking about.
What about this? Wait, how do I ping a duder? What about this duder?
Black guy's on ground level with you.
Okay.
It looks like these
What
two
about
in the
this
back
tutor?
and these two in the back are
ground
the,
level as well.
Yeah, the ones that are higher up look like these two and these two.
Well, that's not very useful.
Okay.
Let me measure something out here. Ooh, that guy's on high ground.
Yeah.
Okay, and that guy's on high ground.
Yes. You got it.
Is this 30 feet? Yes, it is.
It's a square speed, so it's going to be a bit higher. So, piece, let's say, I think, it's 1, 2, 3, 15 feet in the air. So, real simple. Bastardization of math would be 15 plus 25, so it'd be 40 either way.
No, it's 29.15, so it's been on 30.
There you go. So yeah, 29.15. There we go. A squared plus b squared. Thank you, Hecko.
I don't know what that means, but can I
It's
thorn whip someone on high ground?
Yes, you
It's,
can thorn whip that particular person.
The Pythagoras theorem.
Yes, I would like to thorn whip him,
All
and I
right.
would like to bring him closer so that he also takes fall damage.
That's fair. Yeah, sounds good to me. I'm gonna give
I'm
him
gonna
a
fuck
for
him
fall
up.
damage, but make your attack for thorn whip. We'll see if it hits.
Oh right, I have a
Yes.
thing for thorn whip now.
Yeah, you do. I added it, fancy style. There you go. 17
There we
does
go.
not hit. It wraps
Wow.
around the rusted iron armor of the Mongol and tears off bits of rust, but does not pull down the Mongol itself.
Oh my
is going
God.
to restore second action. Wicked. Severus.
I take an opportunity attack against the professor. I'm joking.
I mean, you can if you want.
I'm good.
That's
I'll pull out my. Do these red and blue dots, are they supposed to tell us anything?
No, those are for me.
No, it's just they go for two separate initiatives. All the reds move at once. All the blues move at once.
Correct.
Okay. What does this guy look like?
He looks
It
like
seems
he
different
has
from
the
these.
face like a. He has goat horns. He has black fur covering his body, and he has the large feet of a bear, like paws.
We throw a ball. The puck goes running.
Throw him a 3-year-old child.
Jesus, Dota. Oh my God, that was
Not a
gruesome.
pit bull.
Just to set his mom.
Oh, Pog Pitbull, same thing, honestly.
All right, what are you doing?
I'm hopping off my horse and hopping over to him.
You have a landing proficiency.
None of us
Do I
do.
need to?
I don't think besides Maximus.
With your action to dismount, then.
What?
Was it action or bonus action? I know it's one of those. I think it's.
That was.
But he's
thought it was
very
bonus.
dextile. Isn't he very dexterous?
Yeah, but that doesn't. That doesn't factor in. I think it's bonus.
He can fucking backflip off the horse.
I'll go with bonus action. So yeah, you bonus action, hop off the horse.
Alright,
Pretty sure it's bonus action.
move that to here.
Okay.
Extra punches. No.
And action to slash at him with my dagger.
Sounds good. Your portal will get to do right away. Back to safe.
Yeah.
Oh, I probably could have moved
That
this
doesn't
one at the end of my
beat
turn.
it, yeah.
Oops.
No sneak attack. There we go.
You juke him. You get a nice little stab to the side, and as the dagger comes back, it's covered with red blood. They can bleed. And on initiative 10, before Max's axe, some of the foes which have been up in battle organize themselves, and they descend.
God.
Oh no.
These ones are going to engage to Peach.
Murder of crows.
Several murders. Alrighty, let's
Wait, why are we mounted up? I thought we were like waking up from the camp this morning.
Oh no, you guys, this is after you guys have crossed the small river, and now you're crossing to the big river across that.
Oh, okay.
Alright, 3 beak attacks against Peach.
Actually, I wouldn't think we'd be in this riding formation then.
2 piercing damage onto Peach as one of the swarms. Wow, that's depressing. Minimal damage as one of the crows begins to peck at you. Annoying, but by no means lethal. Maxis.
Oh boy.
You swat them away.
Oh, let's see here. Let's fucking engage this group. Why can I not hear the music anymore?
Because it stops.
That would do it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
I'm gonna take a swing at that weird looking horn guy right there.
Okay. Use the horns of a goat, the face of a man, and the lower body of a serpent. 14 misses and a 12 misses. So you... Oh, sorry, 14 hits, the 12 misses. You come bearing down, your lance strikes him in the shoulder for 12. Red blood splatters across the air. He roars, like he positions his back backwards and just yells at the top of his lungs.
I'm gonna mark him.
Okay.
If the tokens are a representation, then these 3 have higher AC. But they may not be.
Alright, this Mongol is going to track behind... Oh, this whole group back. I guess we started...
This guy's getting flanked. What the hell?
Yes, he is. Alright, those 3 that are playing Cerberus, 2 of them get attacks at advantage. So 1 at advantage, 2 at advantage. I think the second one misses. No, the second one hits. Alright,
They both hit.
you get struck.
The first
for
one
20.
I'm getting hit with, I'm using Uncanny Dodge to take off.
Sounds good. So that is 5 plus 6, 11 damage
16.
of slashing.
Wait, no,
Wait.
it's
Oh,
5
no,
plus
no,
that's
you're
one
mixing the
attack.
first one with the second one. Okay, So it's
Yeah.
5 plus 11, so 16, and then this attack is not advantage, it's just normal. 15 misses.
Does
All
not
right,
hit, yeah.
and then Peach, you're gonna be struck by a halberd.
A halberd?
Halberd, it's a type of.
Does this not count?
No. That's like the horse.
So are they even
Alright.
allies?
And
Yep.
folks
Fucked halberd.
These folks up
Sorry.
in the hills are going to do Raven's Shriek. They yell. A horrific, piercing scream exits from their mouth, and these are both attacks on her and Esme.
Oh, that's good.
Alright, the second one hits Renesmee.
Yep.
You take only 1 psychic damage, but make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make you stupid. What the hell?
Yeah, eventually brain that
Reduce
up.
your intelligence.
Oh, sorry.
That's a failure. Alright, you take 1 psychic damage, only 1, plus the 2 pecking from earlier, so you're down 3 health, and your intelligence is reduced by 1.
Alright, I should be taking this off my sheet.
Indeed, I will go
For
reduce your
some
intelligence
reason,
by-
when I click on Renesmee, her health isn't coming up. The little
Chickens
things.
are giga fucked, and I've tried infinitely to fix them in Upwork.
Oh,
so.
it's working now. I think.
Of course
Click.
it
-3. Enter.
-3.
Okay, nothing's happened.
Great.
-3.
Put it on the character sheet.
No, I did it.
Oh, okay.
It's a 54 now. I did it again.
All right. There you go. Zednians.
I am going to. What did this guy do over here?
That's enacted yet. The blue boys haven't.
Oh,
acted
okay.
Only the red ones have.
Which one shrieked? Both of these guys up here?
Yet. 2 up on the end.
Okay.
We can make an assumption that these two are gonna shriek then.
I think they will, so I'm going to silence them.
Sheesh. Casting a
Preemptive.
silence spell. What's the
Yes.
radius on that? Is it 15 feet?
I'll post it. I'm not 100%
I guess
sure.
15 feet. That's like 20 feet. Jesus Christ.
So
So capture as many of them as I can in it, yeah.
So that a 20-foot cube, so we can move. Do you want to silence Maximus?
he doesn't need verbal components.
Sure.
For stuff he does, right?
No, you can do that
Okay.
if you want.
But that means no sound can go in, right? So he can't
Correct.
shout to us, and we can't shout to
Wait,
him.
No sound can be created within or pass through. Oh, yeah, Maximus, you hear nothing. Deafen yourself. Yeah, it's dead silent for you, Maximus. Okay, Zednius, what do you do?
Unplug your headset.
That was it.
Nah.
I'm staying
yeah,
here.
That's your action, true.
Or I'll
Oh,
back up
absolutely.
by the professor. I'll back up.
Based. Fighting gang. Lars.
Whose horse is over by the professor?
That is Severus.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll dismount for bonus action,
Okay. Huge.
and then I don't really want to send in Core yet until I give him temporary HP. So
Yeah, action and movement.
move up here,
Boom. Punch him in the
and then I'll 2 attacks.
Alright, hit, miss. You crunch him on the side of the noggin, blood splatters across the earth. He makes like a bleating of a sheep, just bah! Alright, is that all?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, now the mongrels act. This one is going to move. The next, they'll do that, and this
I protected my flank.
that one. Alright, that's 2 attacks against you. One great axe advantage, and a sword advantage. One hits there. Does 17?
Yeah.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. 15 slashing damages. One cleaves you in the side, the other one cuts across your back. This one is just going to hold his own against Maximus. He's just going to make a pike attack. Normal, no modifiers. 24? Shit. Oh my god! Jesus! Ethan, you're in shambles. You actually got hit by an enemy. 8 piercing damage, Maximus.
God damn.
Ethan? Oh my god, he's actually.
You told him to deafen.
Was that? Oh, I was hitting.
Oh, he actually became silenced.
Yeah. I felt bad when he hit me, and then not so bad.
Alright, great. The guys up on the ridge, they are going to scream and nothing exits their mouth, and they will look very confused. Perhaps next turn they'll figure it out, but they are not excessively intelligent. As me.
That sounds good.
Alright. How much health does a horse have?
26 for standard riding horses.
Alrighty.
AKA incredibly fragile, could die in 2 hits.
Yeah, that's not very good. I'd like to dismount as my action.
Bonus action.
Oh, it's a bonus action. Got it.
Flee at full action is going to disengage, run away.
Okay, goodbye, horsey. I don't blame it, honestly.
I do.
I want to say that I dismount it like to here.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna thunderclap. I am at the 7th level, so it's 2d6, I think.
Yep.
Let me see.
You should have
if I
one of those fancy attacks on your main area.
Actually.
There's a thunder wave.
Oh, that's different. Okay, fine. I'm making for the creatures. Spell save DC is 14, so any of these are below. Okay, fuck it. Just roll the 2d6 because they're all taking that damage.
Oh, slash roll 2d6, and also I'm going to. Oh, that sucks. Oh,
Okay,
whatever.
you burn with thunder. Yeah.
It pushes them away from me by 10 feet. If they fail.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I-
That must be a
That's
different
that's
spell.
the first level. Second level spell.
Oh, I think that is Thunder Wave. You cast Thunderclap though, not Thunder Wave.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. I was probably getting
Okay.
confused then.
A
Cool.
couple
Well,
of ravens
that's-
fall from the swarm. In fact, 6 or 7 ravens from each of the swarms die. Their eardrums burst, their bodies broken. The swarm remains. Okay.
Hey, and I would love to back up into this, but I don't think I can without taking opportunity attacks, right?
Yeah.
Alright, well.
Well, my professor, he has to. Oh,
If a bonus action is taken, does that mean I can't do a different bonus action?
correct.
Oh, okay. Well, then I am.
All right, the professor is going to, try to calm the horses.
Quick question.
Ah.
Forced movement
Yes.
does not make opportunity attacks, correct?
Yeah. Force movement does not provoke opportunity attacks.
What me? Could I like drag along Renesmee behind me and it would be forced movement?
Okay, drag along Renesmee. Yeah, there's a shove action. You can move her 5 feet.
Alright.
Like, So could I like bonus action disengage, cause cunning action, and go like this way and like drag Renesmee like 5 feet behind me?
You could move her up to 5 feet as the shove action, but if you're trying to, you don't have the strength to like do the full on like throw over your shoulder.
So you could probably move her
Oh,
like
I'm a
here.
willing
yeah.
creature.
One of these two.
That's not
Yeah,
willing. He can move you 5 feet easily, but to fully drag you, that's gonna
No,
take
not fully
strength.
drag, just like moving her 5 feet
Yeah, you can
while
move her 5 feet,
passing.
Yeah, that's gonna take your action immediately.
Alright, so I'll
for
disengage,
you, I'm gonna be okay.
cunning action, and then action, just do that.
Where you
No,
can push
basically-
her 5 feet of her spot.
Oh, whoops, I was not there, I was here. So I'm going this way, or even this way, honestly, like this way. Yeah. I'll push a. This guy is a halberd, so he has bigger range. So I'll just push a 1 down.
Okay, sounds you run past, like you grab the back of her collar and sort of yank her out of the way as the raven descends it and you run. The shadow
Yep.
Is now the raven's turn.
That's my bonus item as action, because last round I used it to take out my dagger, my regular dagger. I'm taking my parrying dagger, so my AC is 18 now and 16.
Okay, sounds good. The ravens descend on Renesmee, beak, and I think that's 1 hit. Yep. One
Yeah,
of them
one hit.
begins to peck for 5 damage, poking, pecking, and blood begins to form on various pecks all along your head.
Oh.
Yeah, slowly whittling you down. Excellent.
I'm gonna have another go.
Okay. 2 lances against the brave mongrel pikeman in front of you.
I'm not sure he's very brave.
He's staring death to face right now. 27 and 17 both hit. First one strikes him in the side, second pierces through an eye socket. As he goes down, he barks like a yapping dog.
He makes a noise.
Yeah. Oh, true. It's silent.
You
as
see
he hits
his
the
mouth
ground.
No noise.
Yeah, no, it's silent as he hits the ground.
The ground makes no noise.
The silent killer.
Okay, it's silent,
me.
and it's silent, and it's silent. Thank you, Dota. Alright, what are you doing with here? You show a bonus action movement. I think it's done.
Wow, that
He's
thing of
RPing
silence works
himself.
real
Yeah,
well.
zone of silence.
Oh,
really
sorry.
works.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. All right, now it is the Mongols' turn, and well, there's a juicy card in the middle of the battle. So
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're not. They know.
It's very juicy.
All right, so this is going to shout at you from up atop that rock.
Oh my god, I'm getting gangbanged in the middle of this.
Whoa.
I
Jesus
did not use that
Christ.
particular word, but it is not great. All right, so this is all of these attacks are advanced, so we'll just start working.
Fuck.
Great axe, halberd, great sword. All right, 24 hits, 17 hits, 22 hits, 20 hits.
Fuck me up.
You take a total of 11, 19, 29, plus 12, that's 39 plus 2, 41 damage as axes cleave into you. Flesh rips and tears and blood splatters across the earth around you. One of them pauses to lap up the blood from the wounds.
41?
41 damage.
Oh, I am bloody.
You are giga bloodied, yeah. Bloody
Wait,
is a
wanna
good way of
shift.
putting it. Zednians.
I'm going to try and help out Renesmee, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use
The sea
just-
orb.
Oh, I'm on top of
He's orb.
Eldritch. I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast. Okay. I'm
Okay,
gonna keep
You
it
could
simple.
orb like these three if you wanted to.
But they wouldn't
I could
accept
what?
the orb.
I'm not. If I orb, the silence goes away too.
True. it's
Oh,
concentration
okay.
is real. Base. Okay. Eldritch Blast, 11 on 26 on who? It kind of.
24 and 26.
Sure, on who?
Actually, he could have flanky.
This guy.
Okay, on this hit, do you want to push?
Yes.
Okay, he gets shoved backwards in puddle, slamming on his ass before he rights.
Holy.
He is
Does he get
giga
pushed that
bloody.
far?
Yeah, 10 feet for push. Alrighty, Lars.
I'm gonna have Gore move here. I'm gonna bonus action brace up.
Okay. Oh, the flanker has become the
1D.
flankee.
God, I always forget my fisticuff dies. I think it's
I think it's a
6.
D8. It's a D6.
Is it D8 now? I don't remember. I think it might have gone up. Let me go look.
Just write it down somewhere in your sheet to make it simple.
Yeah. I think it is D8 because that's how much I'm attacking for.
Wow. If Renesmee dies here, this is gonna be real awkward.
No, I'll be
Pecked
fine.
to death by crows and ripped apart by mongrels. Beautiful.
Me and Gore both
combination.
gain 14 temporary HP.
Okay, sounds good.
I mean,
And
as long as
then-
I don't die to the boar thing. If it
I'll
gets
take
to my
this
turn,
one.
I'll be okay.
I'll take the one in between me and Gore at advantage for 2 attacks.
Sounds good. Miss, hit. You crack him across the jaw. He, since he's inside of the area, he begins to do whimpering like a puppy.
And then Gore gets his reaction for
20
added
miss.
advantage.
Yeah. He rips and tears. The whimpering dog falls to 20 and peeks up at you, large puppy eyes, whimpering at you for mercy.
I'll give him mercy, alright.
All right. So this one going to no, since this one's all going to silent. There we go. That's probably that. Okay. These two are both going to shriek. But they can't shriek Maximus.
In the-
because-
I'm pretty sure Silence said you can't travel through it either, so doesn't this not
but
work?
Sound
Just
doesn't
to travel
travel
through
in a
it?
straight line. Yeah, so they can do anyone else.
Yeah,
They
that's-
can't
that's
do
gonna be a
Maximus
tough claim, bud.
or Sever, but they
Yeah,
can do
this one's
Lars.
kind
So
of-
yeah, they're both going to do Lars. Miss hit on the second one. 3.
Wouldn't it sound like someone shouting on the other side of a building though?
Sure, still does damage. It's not the volume
Okay.
that's doing the damage.
Oh, okay.
All right, you do not lose any intelligence. You suffer 3 psychic damage. Blood begins to leak from your ears. Now I'm gonna do it. Mongrels on the ground. One of them is going to outward you. Hit and great axe you. Miss. Whoa. 14 slashing damage onto Lars. That just cuts through all your temp HP. Renesmee.
Hi.
Hi.
I am going to first and foremost thunderclap.
Well, I think that doesn't. What is transforming? Like, what does it take to wild shape? Is that action?
Bonus
No, it's a
action.
bonus action.
Oh, bonus action. Okay. All right. You start by thunderclapping. I will go roll saves for all the bozos affected. So this is going to be for the mongrels. This is going to be for the birds.
Just
I'll go
so
find their
you know,
modifiers.
The mongrels.
Clarify.
one
This is
fails.
you intending to use the cantrip, not the other one that pushes away, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a cantrip.
Okay, not because you confused them earlier.
And okay, so
Is thunder sound damage? Are these two guys at the bottom okay?
true.
Well, it's thunder damage.
Is
actually,
thunder
not
sound damage?
Sonic
It's definitely
damage.
sound
Like,
damage, yeah.
like sound turns into a shockwave. In certain
Yeah,
points.
it's definitely sound
Is this that
damage.
way?
All right, 2 birds take damage. This swarm's actually bloody now. Other swarm's bloody too. Good health. So yeah, both of these swarms are bloodied. Half further than ever are dead on the ground, croaking and shivering from the sound waves. And then this one. It's your turn.
And I'm going to wild shape into a dire wolf, please.
All right, let's pull up that dire wolf transformation. Here it is. All right, you push that body, expands, warps, converts, and breaks, and there you go.
And what? Okay, I have 40 hit points. Cool. And
That's
I'm
a
going
default.
to. Oh, okay. What do I have to roll?
It is a 5d10 plus 10. Just nice little spice in it. Time to transfer. Oh, it's higher than average. Huge. Alrighty. So you were now direwolf. You did your action, bonus action, technically a movement, but you're taking giga opportunity attacks.
Can I move at all, or is that just?
No,
no,
their
you
flanking
can.
is fucked up a lot now since you're bigger. Isn't it to where now only this one,
Correct.
this one, and like
Yeah.
this one get it?
No, that last one you did is not good. It has to be a straight line, not back.
Okay, so only these two now get it?
Is it smarter for me to run, or?
But
No,
it's
definitely
a lot
not.
of opportunity attacks if you do.
Okay, I'll just
Okay,
take
you
them.
hold your ground. The professor takes out his sketch and begins to sketch the battlefield. Severus.
He sketches the battlefield.
Hey yo, someone save me, bro.
Well, I
Yo,
can't see shit.
I'm a wolf. Hey, I'm fucking walking here.
Look at
I'm
it.
fucking dying here to the fucking ravens.
Alright, so
Right here.
that is the flank.
Maximus
Yeah,
can
I'm
even
gonna-
attack over your head right now.
Great for Maximus,
True.
but I don't think I asked.
Oh, well, okay.
So you know,
Such-
dagger.
That does indeed hit.
At advantage, actually.
Yeah, still hits.
Just in case it's a crit.
Oh yeah, in case it's true.
Nope. So close.
Nah, independent very well. You do
No.
get sneak attack.
Yeah. I'm aware.
Sheesh! God damn, you jam that dagger deep into its throat. Blood moves up, and you can tell that he's burdened by the movement of the blood, though there is no noise. And he
No, he's
spins around in
gargling.
surprise. Yeah. All right. It is now the Raven Worm's turn. They are going to peck and peck and peck. This time a wolf instead of a person, but they peck. Wolf is pretty decent. Yeah. Okay, so only one of those hits. 3 damage onto the wolf. Peck, 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 peck.
Oh, you're
Maximus.
removing it now yourself.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
perfect now.
You said I could attack over
Yeah, 'cause
Severus'
you're on a horse
head?
and he's not.
You have a halberd as well, 5-foot reach, right?
It's
I have a lance, but yes, reach
Oh,
anyway.
nice. Sorry. You used to have a
Uh,
halberd.
Sure, I'll attack them.
Okay, sounds good. Advantage because you're flanking.
Let's go.
Well, Severus is flanking, but it's the Giga flank. The long-range flank.
I'll call one attack on that first, actually.
Okay, sounds good.
Doesn't the direwolf get like
Miss.
pack tactics anyways? and
Damn,
shit?
okay.
I do
Alright,
good pack
Yeah,
tactics,
but
yeah.
it only applies to crit.
Oh, I
Second
thought.
one.
Yeah, that makes
Correct,
sense.
yeah.
All right, you pierce through the eye socket. He probably makes some beautiful noise, though. You never hear it.
God, I haven't heard much of anything this fight.
Yeah, true. Just true. You go
Really
in
aiming for the
instantly.
eye sockets, huh?
Yeah,
It's
you
like
go
an eye
in
socket
with an
today.
hitter. And that's where armor is. It doesn't get hit.
Yeah.
All right. Was there any last things you want to do?
No.
There's a last claim too. All right,
You
this
bag him.
Mongo is going to return to the fight. These two are going to take advantage attacks against Peach. Halberd, great attacks, both of which hit. So we'll just resolve the damage now. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of
Fucking hell.
damage. 16, that's 29 damage. All right, instantly laying your dire wolf form. Another great axe attack and advantage for this Sozo here.
Oh no.
God.
Oh
Okay, so
dear!
that's 25, so 13. The overkill damage is not even unconscious, I think. So it's 11 minus 3. Yeah, and the overkill is exactly enough. So with a single strike of an axe, you go from wolf to human to unconscious.
Oh no.
It's a magic trick.
Dead.
So you
This is the
instantly-
first time Renesmee's been unconscious.
Yeah. You're now out of range of this guy's attack. There's an assassin behind it. Alright, great axe against Severus. Not a crit, unfortunately, but it is a normal hit. 12 damage on you ever first.
Reaction to take off.
Alright, sounds good. Oh, and this one up here. You don't point and screaming at Peach. We're all in silent zones. Oh, wait. Zednians! You're being screamed at! Shrieks in your direction. You take 1 psychic damage and have to make a intelligence saving throw.
Oh no. I'm not good at that one. Oh well.
Oh, huge pass. Alright, Zednius, you
Lucky.
watch as Renesmee goes from human to wolf to dead in the span
Well,
of 6 seconds. Well,
Jesus,
unconscious.
hopes to not
Right.
fucking dead.
Unconscious, but close to death. All it
Right,
takes
I
is
was
one
looking
round.
at my.
True.
All it takes is 1 round. What? Oh, she's
one
still
round.
got her
While
death
she's
saves.
unconscious.
They can just execute.
But they can.
Yeah.
But wait, who go? What's the turn order? Does this guy
Turn
go
order
next?
is you. No.
No.
I think you guys go next.
Okay, I just wanted to know how dire.
Everyone will go before the red guys.
Okay, then. But what about are the birds red
But
guys?
the boar is right there.
Birds are after me. I
Oh, yeah.
after before
Okay.
Maximus.
Maximus is the only one that doesn't go before birds.
I need to. Hold on. What's my highest damage spell? Is it Black Tentacles? Probably is.
That's a
All
pretty
right.
dangerous one to use on her.
Well, I'm not going to use it on her. I'm going to use it so where the edge is. How do I paint? I want to do it so it's like this. Or no, because you guys will take those guys out. I think I should do it. I want to take the birds out, right?
What's the
So-
visibility you're trying to do?
20-foot square. Okay, so I
Okay,
just need
great.
to.
Your silence thing is
okay.
20 squares. So you can move that, or I just move it if you want.
Is it this? I think it's different because this is a 20-foot square. The other is a 20-foot radius. Is that not the same?
That's the same thing in
I
Hong
always do
Kong's
squares because I refuse to make circles because it's not easy to do in one. I don't think.
I
Maybe it's-
I thought it. It's not a 20-foot
We live
radius.
in a
Though. I thought it would be
non-Euclidean world
the
as well.
diameter. Whatever, it's fine. I want to capture. I guess these 3. Or if it's as big as my silence, then I want to capture.
do this.
I want to do like this. I think.
Like that. Yeah.
Can you move it far enough left to get this guy?
Well, if I move it left, then I hit her, right? Or wait,
Oh,
because
so
I'm
it's
only
fine, you
hitting
just
one
had it-
extra
You had it in a
guy.
different spot a second ago, so never mind.
No, it'll work. I can do it like this. I'll do it like that.
Wait, that's
So
Okay.
that's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, and the other way is 1, 2, 3, 4 guys as well. So
Which one?
where the purple is. So
Oh.
I want to hit. I can't.
Yeah, put the.
This guy,
Figure out what it is.
this guy, this guy, and that guy.
Put it in chat.
Okay.
Squirming, squirming 5 tentacles. Fill a 20-foot square. 20-foot square. Oh, this is the one where like the perimeter of each side is supposed to be 20. That's how these squares.
Yeah, so
What
it's
he
like
tried to
4.
say. He
It's
tried
like
I
to
was
tell you
trying to
this
say
last
that,
time.
but you were giving me more range, and I wasn't going to argue against it.
I
So.
understand. Alright, let me put.
Then probably those 4 that someone just drew.
That was me.
This is fine. So-
I just want to hit as many people as I can, and I think that's the
Okay,
best
sounds
way.
good. So, talking like, what is selecting.
Each creature must make a dex
You should do
save.
edges, right?
Boom. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we did it. Yeah, make some dex saves for birds.
Wait,
Boom,
those
boom,
birds.
boom.
does
Hell,
this work
they
because they're not
all
on the
fail.
ground?
They're,
Does it work
they're
for-
basically on the ground if they're able to attack
Okay,
within 5 feet.
okay.
Pass! Giga Chad. Okay, for the duration. So, you raise your hand, the sunstone drops, and then the earth here shudders. Hegal makes a strange sort of noise, and black tentacles push up through the earth and begin to grasp at the creatures in that area. So it's difficult terrain. All creatures are affected by the difficult terrain. When a creature starts its turn there, or enters the affected area, they have to make a dex save. So technically, all the shit I just rolled is delayed until the bird's turn or the mongoose turn. Okay, cool. Lars.
Well, this is the first time. Oh, when it enters on the first time of the turn. Okay, so I have to roll damage after.
Correct.
So
On their
later,
turns, we'll
on their
yeah.
turn is when I roll damage. Okay.
Yeah. Lars be doing a bit of bracing.
Can I choose to replace scores since scores is higher right now?
Correct. You can,
Basically.
sorry, yeah, you can choose not to replace it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. How bloody do I think the guy? Well, actually, I can switch targets between my attacks anyway because we're within close enough range, right?
True.
So I can attack once and then see if it kills.
Yes, you can.
I think I have to do Gore's attack after I attack though, which kind of sucks.
But you can do Gore's attack, right? Isn't it a bonus action? Oh, it's a reaction.
Reaction. It's his reaction, not mine.
Oh, very
Yeah, when you use the attack action. Okay. Then.
cool. So, do you have any healing?
No.
I
No.
do.
Okay.
Well, that's awkward. All right, what are you doing, Lars?
I don't know if Gore's gonna be enough. I almost want to move him then. I can move him separate of me, so I guess that works, yeah. So I'll attack this guy first.
Oh.
At advantage.
Sounds good. That hits. You punch him in his pug nose, and he whimpers and pulls and dies.
Okay. And Gore's movement. And my second attack.
That all hits.
And then Gore's reaction.
He baws like a sheep.
That
And your
misses.
second impact hits, and Gore does not hit Mr. Kim. Okay. Mongrel up on the left. No, blue box. Okay, the one facing you is going to fight. I think this goes without saying. Their morale is like crazy high. You guys have fought human beings. Only undead really fight with this level of like ferocity without any chance for morale checks. All right, it hits you. You take 15 slashing damage, Lars. And then the two up on the cliffs are going to shriek down towards, I don't know, fucking Severus, I guess. Do either of those see?
Fire me?
Severus, pause jam.
Oh.
18.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
18 does not hit.
No, and your parrying dagger, I guess you just press it up against your ear, prevent the shrieks from reaching. Alright, Renesmee, it is your turn. Make a death saving throw.
Oh, my first death saving throw.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Like
that
in
one is only
Renesmee
2
form,
fails.
period.
Yeah, just to mentally prepare you for what may happen here. If it gets to the creature's turn, they can kill you in 2 attacks, like permanently. So there's a very high chance that you die here unless your teammates have a way of.
Don't worry, I
back.
got you, I got
Okay,
you.
okay. All right. Roll a d20, Renesmee.
Do I just click death
Let's roll a
saves?
20,
Yeah,
and we
you
don't have to
click
worry
death
about it.
saves. Yeah, true. Roll a 20.
Well, she rolled a
Oh,
1, so
no!
that's 2 fails. I think.
Roll a
That is
20.
2 fails.
But I have a cloak of protection.
That does not help, unfortunately.
That doesn't help.
Natural ones are still natural ones, so you have 2 failures. If you get hit by an enemy, or if next round you roll another thing below a 10. Renesmee is dead.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Professor Zemirov pushed him. In his heart, right here, going to drop here. His bonus action is found. In his action, to use his medicine check to try to stabilize.
Oh.
Holy
That
shit.
is one
This guy is
success.
actually Giga Brave.
One success. All right, Severus.
What does that mean?
It means-
you see there's 3 failures and 3 successes, and you tick the
Yeah.
little box when you get them. So you have 1 success.
So I should tick a success.
Yeah, and if you get 3 of those, you're stable and you can't die. Well, sorry. You.
Wait, that's how medicine checks work in the
that's-
world?
Hell yeah.
So I had to make 3 when I was saving Severus's life?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
I thought I only did
thought-
1.
I thought it's only
He
one
must
that
have
was
already done
stable,
death saves or
which
something.
is rules as written.
Or
I
he had
didn't
a
know you
healer's
changed
kit,
them.
or there's a bunch of different ways.
I do
Right,
have a
that's good.
healer's kit.
There you go.
Should I use... Okay. I should be using that.
Severus.
Right. Quick clarification.
Yep.
Can I use Misty Step while being over encumbered?
Yes. Does it say you can't
Right.
in the spell?
Nope.
Okay, then yes.
I'm moving to I'm moving on to Peach's Square without moving through the dumbass shit.
So what route
So
is
I'm gonna
that?
move. Here.
Yep.
Well, this
5,
guy has
15,
one.
25. That works.
Well, doesn't this guy have it?
Oh yeah.
Opportunity attack?
Yeah, an opportunity attack from this bow.
Yeah, sure, I'm okay with that.
Great axe. 15 misses.
Right, now
Okay,
I'm
you're
gonna
damaged over Peach.
I drop my daggers.
Okay.
Well, actually, can I, as an item and action,
You get a
Wait.
free item interaction.
as an item and action, I stole the mithril one and dropped the other one, the parry dagger.
Okay.
Then I pick up Renesmee just so I have her like on my arms,
Okay.
and then I cast Misty Step.
I don't think you
Okay.
can take someone with you with Misty Step.
Well, let's go read.
What?
Oh, that's my thing number thing. I don't know. Let's just read Misty Step. Briefly surrounding you in mist, home. Yeah, I mean, I think it's anything that you are like carrying. So I think.
Okay.
If you're a carrying person works.
Yeah.
briefly Okay. Ooh,
30 feet to here.
you with this man over your shoulder. She, as you re-land, she falls off your shoulder and hits the dirt. You're not particularly sure. All right, now we loop back to the Raven saves we made earlier. I'm gonna go scroll up and find what those were.
Wait.
That was.
I wasn't done.
You weren't done. You did movement.
Bonus action.
Bonus
Dash.
action is the Misty Step.
Oh right. Fuck. Action dash.
Okay. Sure. Dash.
I'm dashing back in the fray.
Okay. All right, you dash back into the fray. All those ravens failed their things, Yogi, so roll 3d6 for bludgeoning damage. Alrighty. This raven swarm is battered of the Crows Guild. The rest of them are grabbed by tentacles and get strained and ripped at. Similarly, I know I just meant whatever. Similarly, many of these suffer death as well, and crows dropping by literally the dozen, being ripped apart by blackened tentacles. Okay, Maximus.
Okay. Is Renesmee okay?
No.
No,
No.
not even close.
She has two
She's
failures and one pass.
She's not in melee range. That's all.
Where is she?
She got teleported out of the battery. Oh, the professor
There
has
she is.
weapons is right next to two mongols.
Oh dear.
He was very brave.
Well,
No, he's dead as hell.
He's also very important, dude. The fact he's the only one that knows the local language.
True.
Well, you can
I
shove him
know.
back 5 feet.
True.
If I have to choose between two
Oh,
people,
sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
choosing
his horse
Renesmee.
one as well. His horse ain't special.
Sick. I'm gonna action surge.
Oh shit. All right, 4 attack time.
2 on each.
All right.
Well,
that is
I'll
a
try.
ballsy way to go.
I'll try 1 on the first one.
All right, 1 on the first one.
No,
Their turn.
one on the
It's their
far
turn
one.
next, so careful with that.
One on the
Said
far
no.
one.
Okay. All right, sounds good. That's a hit.
Excellent. Damn.
Stabs him in the shoulder. Still thin. That
Nice.
definitely hits.
That's what we wanted to see.
Skewer him
not
in the
what we
gut,
wanted to see.
Varian standing. He's bloodied. That misses.
Damn it. Okay.
You got one more, don't
Bad
you?
rolls. Real bad
Oh,
rolls.
hold on.
I thought you had one more attack.
He does.
Yeah, I do. It's just that I need to do something. I need to do something special.
He's trying to find how to save the professor.
Ah! I know how to save the professor. Okay. Or at least help him a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna mark that last one with an attack. I'm gonna mark him with my mark thing, unwavering move.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack the near one with my lance.
Okay. That's you. Oh, that's a nap when you stab him through the cheek and he growls at you, a feral cat. Okay.
I think that's my
All right.
that's my whole turn.
Ascend. This one is going to stab. The one that you marked is going to stab at you with a pike up and over the head of the professor, which misses.
He misses.
The one next to you is going to great axe attack you. This one goes
Misses.
Okay, maybe attack Mickey with a great sword. Misses.
That misses. Okay.
Sheesh. The next to Severus is going to great axe Severus. Wow, that was a. Oh wait, sorry. This thing made a deck even pass. Does anything bad happen to him, Zednians? He's in your.
He's restrained.
I think he's free to go.
I thought he was free to go.
Oh wait, no, he.
Yeah, he
Oh, he
passed you at
passed me.
19. Or nat.
Oh yeah.
Creature starts his turn here. And okay, yeah. Okay, cool. He all the last. That's a lot of attacks. Oh! He's gonna streak down towards Zednius. Raven streak.
From the top
Miss.
rope.
Jesus, your AC's high. What the fuck?
I was looking at that. I don't know how
Parrying
it got
dagger.
that high, but it really is, huh?
Well, the parrying dagger's like wearing a shield, so whatever he has plus that.
No, that's not Severus has that. Zednians has like 20 AC. What the fuck?
Oh.
Oh,
Armor
because he's a
Daggett
he's a
is whatever it
shield.
is.
I have a
And a
shield
shield,
in the robes. The magic
But you
robes.
also have like armor of Agathis or something like that? Or is that
I
not
don't have
armor?
that up. That doesn't affect AC.
Oh, okay.
It's because of the shield.
So I'm gonna fly down to Renesmee and I'm gonna try to use my healer's kit.
Okay. So
I think it's a medicine
yeah,
check.
Put in chat. I think we should just read exactly what Heroes Kit does. 'Cause
Okay.
If I remember correctly, a healer's kit doesn't need a check to
yeah,
stabilize.
that's what I was gonna say. I have a hard time separating the feet between the items, so I don't remember which does
The
which.
feet is just the one that heals them
Okay,
with
the
it.
kit is a leather pouch. The kit has 10 uses as an action. Yeah, instant stabilization.
Excellent.
Without needing to make.
So
Oh,
I'm,
okay.
I'm
So
stabilized?
you're not.
stabilized,
Yes.
You're at 0 HP, and you're not dying actively.
Great work.
There you go, Renesmee.
So 1-2, teleport out, healer's kit.
Oh.
Heal strong now.
Peach, you aren't totally out of the house because
Yeah.
if an enemy got up to you in melee and they stabbed you, you would slide.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna
yeah.
finish my turn like being a good younger brother protecting Renesmee.
And Hetagal will whisper, "No potential."
Aww.
He wants you to
And
leave her to
Hetagal is
die.
gonna eat her.
Lars,
Yeah, he wants to eat her.
I turn around and he's his ankle up on Renesmee.
like a boa, like expanding to devour its prey.
Yeah.
Lars has been having his own battle this whole fight. He's been fighting these two while everything else has been unfolding.
You not killed him yet?
No,
Honestly,
he's
dude.
killed it. Jesus,
You
he's killed a
fucking-
couple. He's been doing his
You're,
work.
you're
Well,
losing it,
because I
dude.
have to. I'm trying to fucking die.
You'll be okay.
I'm got attacked by all and these two, so I'm having to
True.
brace up every turn.
True. True. There's an-
Oh no, I have to use my class ability.
Yeah, it means I don't get 2 extra attacks.
I assume you want to explore.
I
Yeah,
get
I'll
15
get it.
attacks, not 17.
All right.
Yeah, he's kind of right though.
It goes from 2 to 4. You do 4.
I do 4 once a day. Okay,
That's a little
homeboy
bit.
does 4
Just
like
a little bit different.
every fucking attack.
Just a little bit different.
Okay, and then because if I move here, this counts as flanking, right?
Yeah.
Counting that. Okay. I can't attack though. I'd have to attack and then move Gore. Yeah. Because I can't split up my attacks either. Or I could take an opportunity attack. I got temper HP for a reason. I'll take the opportunity attack.
That's good. He's going to swing.
Wait. Oh no, yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking Gore attack first to get advantage, but I can't do that. So I'll attack this guy twice.
Alright, it's good. Hit without one. Katunk. He is
And then
bloody.
Gore attacks without advantage. Yes.
Rips out the throat of the man. And the last sound as mongrel falls to the earth is and he dead.
And then Gore still has his movement. Does it break line of sight or give cover back here from the guys up top or no?
Now he's out of line of sight.
If he moves like here? Or are you saying right where he is? You're saying where he is right now, is that?
Right where he is right now.
Okay.
He's pretty-
I'm assuming all against the edge then is fine. So I'll probably just move like... I guess here's fine.
Okay. On the blue mongrel sedatives, this one begins this horrific laughter. It's like breathy, pneumonia-ridden laughter, and they withdraw to the hill. Leaving their comrade to die.
Ustas.
That's amazing out of the ship because she's stable. The pressure's going action distance and get run for anyone. It's only the will of fucking Aurelia still lives.
Right, what is that symbol in this guy, the sword symbol?
By Max, he has to attack where he has disadvantage.
Ah,
Yes, I purposefully do that.
okay, good.
Also, if you move within 5 feet of me, take some like long, nutty attack. Well, I suppose it's in that 20. Never mind. Carry on.
I'd like to go over here.
New song. Fog.
New song, is it?
I haven't heard this one before.
Oh yeah, I imported this like a month ago. I guess it's finally getting in the rotation.
I use my bonus action to disengage so that this guy doesn't get. Wait, does this guy we don't have that actually?
All of them have polearms. Or I know some
Okay.
have great axes, which
So I'm
I
still-
think that one has a halberd or a pike.
Okay, so I'm still in range, so I don't need to disengage. So I'm grabbing the parrying dagger that I left here,
Yeah.
picking that up with my free item dash action, and then I'm attacking this guy, flanking, I assume.
Yes, indeed. Indubitably. If there were double flanking, it would be that.
Indubitably.
Alright, that hits. You jam your dagger into the back of this one down, yelping and yipping, growling like a wild bobcat.
And then bonus action dash to go here.
Okay.
For flanking for Maximus.
Zed, Nias, roll 3d6, and then I'll roll saves for all of them. Never mind. You rip every single raven apart. All that is left are the bloodied corpses of about 150
Okay.
ravens ripped to shreds by Black Dental.
Jesus.
Good God. This is gruesome. Fucking hell.
Dinner.
Yeah, dinner.
I'm gonna try to.
Ravens. We'll get
Oh,
to you,
right.
but,
Alright,
I'll just trade that. Maximus.
Alrighty. Since he so wonderfully set up for advantage. We are, and I'll make an attack on that one.
Well, you take an opportunity attack. You get this sneaking.
Fuck it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Great.
Great. No!
Based. Yeah, Lance. 17,
Yeah, that hits on these ones.
13.
Pushes him through the back. He coughs up blood before he hits the ground. A remarkably human death.
Oh, it was definitely. Does a 13 hit anyway?
No.
Oh, okay, so it's definitely the other one because that was the advantage attack.
What?
You X'd out the wrong one.
No, the one. That's the one you have flanking on.
What? No.
That's the one you have flanking on.
Oh! Zednians' square hasn't updated for me. I still
Oh.
think he's huge.
Oh, no.
That's not Zednias either.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, you're right.
It is what it is.
There we go. It is. It is
There
now
you go.
since updated. Oh,
Yeah.
and then
Worst
but I
timelines
can't.
at
I can't.
Zednians.
I can't remember
First
the attack.
time I said Alright, yeah, make your second attack.
The invisible enemy issue all over.
22,
That
A
doesn't
real, I
hit.
swear.
11.
Alright, you poke his skull so hard,
Alright, cool.
the jaw pops off, and now you have a head adorning the tip of your lance.
Oh,
Bit of ornamentation, bit of a customization. Then with their custom keyboard, you got a custom skull. Alright, it is an addition of 70 last on the hill, going to and dash.
Bastard. How's about the chase
Last
after?
mongrels, he looks around, seeing his slaughtered companions. He is going to move here, and he is going to use his carrion feeder feature to eat the corpse of his ally.
Damn.
It's going to take him a bit to do it, about 10 minutes. But at this point, he is freaking out. He
He's just
can't
giving up
kill you
on
guys.
fighting.
He's just desperately trying to heal. So he begins to rip off the haunch of one of his allies and eat. Go. Yes,
If I move to here, can I see that guy?
you can move to there if you like, and then I can tell you that. You flip, look into the woods, and you just dense thickets of brush, trees. If you push through, maybe you follow him, but he intends you ran into how you secure your area.
Then I will, in the obscure area, cast.
He's gonna nuke the forest.
Yup.
Renesmee cries a single tear. She sees the squirrels get sucked to your demon orb.
Never mind. None of the
Renesmee
spells
is
have
in
enough area of
peaceful
effect.
sleep right now.
Yeah, she's slipping. Alrighty. So you fly it. You actually do want to do something.
Don't kill this guy.
Everyone's dead. Oh no, this guy's alive.
I think we want to try to take him alive and see if we can at least get something out of him, even if he might not speak our language.
And he's bloodied, then I will
Yeah.
just chill.
Okay, Lars, you watch this mongrel.
I'll go to the top of
It's
this
gonna eat
rock.
down the palms.
So if I want to knock him out, how does I think work for
Punch
that?
him. Your fists are already non-lethal if you choose to.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, then I'll just.
Renesmee, roll a d4. Take your 2 attacks, don't it?
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, that's the wrong button.
Amazing! The highest roll! I'm
Surely
doing
that's a good
really
thing.
lucky
All right.
today.
And you
I'll start
knock
with just
that
the one attack. I
mongrel
don't want to kill him. Yeah.
unconscious. So the battlefield goes. I wouldn't say quiet. There's still the groans of some of the dying and dead mongrels, but in comparison to the volume, much quieter. The
I'll whistle
professor.
the gore for anything that's still alive to go tear out its throat.
Okay.
That's not this
Yeah.
one.
Zednians, as you go to land amongst your allies and Severus, you begin to pick for the various things that you've left scattered across the battlefield. Gore is just ripping out the throats of mongrels, and you hear the bleating of sheep and the growling of dogs as each one of the mongrels is put down.
Do they have residual aura at all?
No, these have a really wacky aura as you look at them. It is not even remotely enchantment. It is the most bizarre transmutation you've ever seen. It is like 6 different magical auras overlapping each other. Each one is of a different intensity, of an origin, of just the magic which created this looks like someone threw a human being with a bunch of transmutation magic into a blender, and this is the result.
All right.
I'd like to check if to make sure that when Renesmee fell unconscious, she didn't drop anything.
Yeah, you begin to search around the area. Maybe you find a scattered coin or two, but largely her coin has been kept on her.
It's not about coins. Like if she like accidentally lost something.
Oh
just
no, it's nothing big.
Okay.
And scanning the battlefield, you guys find that you have a single living monk. He's unconscious. Blood drips from his brow. He has remarkably. His head looks like that of like a Neanderthal, this large forehead plate, this massive flared nose. It's the rest of his body which is distinctly inhuman. He has large goat-legged haunches. His arms are that of like gorillas, covered in silvery black fur, and his chest is that of a lion.
I'm gonna tie him up with the hempen rope I have and have Gore watching him
Yeah,
to growl whenever or bark whenever he wakes up.
that'll do. The professor begins to walk amongst the corpses. He's not lifting up his sketchbook at the moment. He's just looking in horror at these creatures.
I'll walk
He's
to
the
him.
beastman you were talking about, Professor.
When they were described in the books, they sounded far more like a fairy tale and less like this.
I'll walk to him and put like a hand on his shoulder, just to, like calm him down, but then say, "What you did there for my friend was very brave. Thank you."
Yes, of course. He looks around the battlefield until he makes eye contact with Zednians. How could this happen? To men?
Intense magic.
Could it happen to any of us?
We don't know. That's what we're here to find out.
Alright. He begins to crouch down one of the bodies, inspecting the equipment, the little bits of ornamentation. These are not just like things that are printed on a assembly line like warriors or have standard kit. Each one of them has little bits of uniqueness, their own equipment, rations, though none of you would want to eat them, little things that they would consider valuable. And he begins to inspect these, moving from body to body, trying to ignore the particularly grotesque things. Some of them seem even more blended than others. Some have little like half vestigial human twins that are poking out of part of their body, tumors. Every one of them, you can't imagine that they live more than like a month in this state before something claims them. So, Peach is out cold. You have a prisoner.
Well, you said we can't imagine they live for more than a month.
Yeah.
That probably means we have a pretty high turnover rate, which means if we find like whatever village I imagine a lot of people go missing from, we'll figure out.
Well,
maybe
should we try to
get
scout
closer.
that guy
I
that
would've
ran
been-
off?
It would have been a pretty big coincidence within an hour of us coming there, though, if that was the case.
Be a bit odd.
There are the 3 beastmen, or whatever we're going to call them, Mongols, beastmen, horrific magical experiments, whatever they are. 3 of them ran off.
Hopefully
So
that means
they
tell.
ran off, so they probably left tracks.
So they sprint quickly. They are fast as fuck. They seem to know exactly where they were going, and they got speed to them.
We can
Yeah,
only
they'll
hope that
probably
means
be
that they
fast, huh?
don't come back. They know that we can kill half their group.
Okay, are we setting up camp here then?
Yeah, because we're waiting for
I
this
feel
thing
like
to
we
wake
should
up to
move
see
a
if we can get any
bit.
information out of it. Well,
Yeah, we
yeah,
can't cross the
Peach,
river
you
until
guys are
Renesmee
In
getting
case they
close.
come back
problem.
with reinforcements.
but we can't cross. So
Yeah,
we're
you guys
kinda
are in
stuck
a
here.
river valley right now. There's a river to your east, a river to your west. So I don't know really how you. Sorry, let me rephrase that. There's ways to move.
Move
You just
down
can't
here,
use the
but-
same strategy
yeah.
as you did before.
Well, we don't have to move far, right? Just a bit.
Oh yeah, you guys can move to the other port. You guys are basically on an island, not quite, but almost. So you move to the southern portion of the river valley, and you're able to actually gauge, how surrounded by water you are on all sides. You bring the unconscious one. None of the horses will accept it except for Mickey, so the unconscious creature will have to rest atop the armored back of Mickey.
Lovely.
Renesmee can be placed on any of the horses. And you guys find a nice little open field where no matter where they come from, you'll be able to see them and hear their approach near the river. You got 4 hours until Renesmee awakens. So what are you doing?
I lose temporary HP on rest. Is that what it was?
Yes, on rest.
Okay. I'm pretty sure we're just setting up camp and waiting for both Renesmee and this creature to wake up and see if we can extract any information from it.
Okay, sounds good.
I guess, Jenny, if you have medical experience,
Nope.
just
No.
to check up on her, and I don't, if anything left like a poison or something.
Professor says, I know a couple of things. Not much of an expert, but if I get a healer's kit and some time, I can start working.
I'll allow you to use mine, and I'll produce it for him.
Yeah,
It's
he
got
has a-
8 charges.
Yeah, he doesn't need to consume a charge for this. He just needs the tools within it. He's a +4 to medicine, so he can. Yeah, he overlooks Peach's condition. He'll occasionally, squeeze bits of water into her mouth from like a claw. Keep her, force her to chew and swallow. She's not like dead, so she can do these things. She's just very deeply injured. For a moment, her eyes sort of flutter open in a feverish state, but then they go back under. The Beastman, though, he is not out for nearly that long. As the Professor Pushkin is tending to Renesmee, the Beastman, there is no like flutter of eyes. There's only a deep, deep growl. From
How
his
long has it
position.
been? Because I
About
want
1
to.
hour.
I want to have Hegal sort of. I guess he can't cross the river exactly. Never mind.
Nope.
You can have him be a little bit further out in the woods ahead of us because we have our back to the waters right now.
it's
So
like
if you have him up
scouts
this way,
in here to make sure they're not coming in to get us.
Yeah, Hadrigal will be roaming the woods. Occasionally you'll get flashes of a small forest animal consumed underneath him.
Yeah, I figured he'd like it.
Yeah, the Beastman will awake with a growl.
I'll
Oh,
just
that
go
works.
over and I'll keep watch of him with Gore until Renesmee wakes up.
Okay. Him and Gore stare at each other. Gore barks, he barks back. The two of them growling. Gore approaches. You've never seen Gore get this out of line before. He's almost breaking like the order you gave him. And he barks loudly in the face of the Beastman. The Beastman seems to lower his gaze and look away.
So that means we have a good chance of Renesmee possibly understanding him.
Time passes. You set up a camp. You protect Renesmee from the rain. The rain never stops. The river only grows wider. The fog only oppresses further. You see crows on the edge, but it's markedly quiet for the next 3 hours. Renesmee, the first thing you see as your eyes flutter open are the bifocals of the Professor Pushkin as he squeezes some water into your mouth.
Am I in pain?
Yes, your entire body feels like you were run over by a car.
Fuck. That's what I say. I
Oh.
groan awake and I go, fuck.
Judges, she's awake.
Keeping my eyes on the prisoner.
Renesmee,
What happened?
you
That
were
was
hit
scary.
hard.
Huh?
It took quite a chunk out of you.
The last thing I remember, I turned into a wolf, and then everything just, I don't even recall. Did you save me?
When they ganked you.
Yes, we saved you with with help from the professor as well.
I'll look at the professor, and with sincerity in my eyes, I will say, "Thank you very much, Professor."
Only doing what I can.
I'll try and sit up.
Yeah, he helps prop you up. You're at 1 HP. You're able to position yourself.
Well, are we safe now?
You hear a barking dog, but it's not gore.
Okay, I imagine not then. Let me see what I can do for myself.
She
I
sings, breaks out in the opera.
I imagine that I should probably heal myself, yeah?
Could be wise. You are at 1 HP.
Alright. I can cure wounds, or I can aura of vitality.
Oh, your failures and successes do reset, by the way. So next time you go down, you'll start from 0.
Okay, so I can remove those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aura Vitality is busted only because it's so much healing. It's like 20d6 over the course of the whole minute.
So should I do that?
I mean, it's a third level.
I
Wanna
mean, it'll
spend
heal
the
you pretty
third
much
level
to full
spell
then if
slot?
it's that busted.
Yeah, it's
It is a
good.
third level spell, but
Are you all injured?
no, I haven't gotten hit. I don't know about
I'm
that.
half, but I can use 3 hit die tonight.
Yeah, I'm half.
you
and I
don't
If
got
you
Why
don't
don't
get a vision,
Okay, I'll just cure wounds myself for now, and I'll save that for when we need it. But if I cast cure wounds on myself at like 2nd level, it's almost worth it.
can you turn into anything more
Do the aura of vitality. Most of us need healing of some.
more husky?
And then you're gonna
Yeah,
get to a
I
lot
can
of
turn
health.
into a wolf or something, but any
Well, the
damage
wolf
that
didn't seem
splashes
very
over.
husky.
No, that
I
is
meant-
one of my huskiest forms.
It has the most HP out of all
It
your
had
forms.
48 HP. That's as much HP as everyone in the party. It's
Isn't
Bear?
there like a giant?
But I
Yeah,
feel
Sure.
like there's things with higher. I feel like there's like turtles with 100 or
Eventually, I think she
something.
unlocks more.
Yeah.
But at this level, that's her best thing.
Eventually. Mhm.
I feel like
Alright, well, if I was
bears, I
going
remember
to
being
do cure wounds at like 2nd or 3rd level for myself, I might as well aura vitality, I think.
Yeah,
So
just-
I,
yeah, just do
I
it.
will do that. I'll tell everyone, like, alright, I'm going to cast an aura of vitality on myself. I'll look over at Maximus and be like, you look a little injured, and I'll look around at the rest of them and ask all the ones that look a little bit more injured to come closer. If you're fine, it won't do anything, but just get close to me and it should work on you as well.
I can go for it.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. How do I do it? What do I do? Pork
For
on?
the Aura Vitality?
2d6?
Just- okay, so think about it. You have 40. Sorry, it's 40d6? No, it's 20d6.
10.
You have 20d6 that you can disperse in batches of 2d6. So just start using them. I mean, so 20. Yeah, just 20d6.
Oh.
How do you want to disperse it?
I'd say roll them all at once.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess,
roll
yeah.
them round to
We
round.
can mix
right?
and match because like I'm missing like
Yeah,
8
sure.
health,
Just roll
right?
2d6 10 times. So 9 more times. And then you
Oh,
can
I'll-
figure out how to.
Can I take that first 8? Because that'll be
6.
perfect.
Times 10?
No. That won't work. You just have to do the actual command 9 more times.
Oh! Slash. 2d6.
Or you can like literally
Peach,
roll
can I
like
take that 8 that's right there?
18d6.
Yeah, let's just. Sure. Do you need 8 HP?
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
the exact amount I need.
Cool. Go for it.
Boom, 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
Yep. Well, wait. I think you need. Wait, was that? Yeah, there you go. I think you're good.
Okay,
Yep, that's
so
it. Okay, so
I
8 is
will
gone.
use a bunch on myself.
Yeah, we'll start with the 11. Where's the 11 go?
I'll take 11.
Great, 11 for you. 7.
So that brings me to 12.
Yep, 7 HP.
Um,
Going once.
I will take 7.
All right.
7, 8, 9. So now I'm at 19. How much is anyone else missing? I will also take 10, so that I'm
Okay.
at 29 at least.
Okay. Does anyone want 4 HP?
I'll take
Is
it.
anyone lower than 29 hit points?
I'm at
Yeah, I'm at
28.
26.
Okay. Well, we can
All
make
right.
it simple. 4 to Dota, 9 to Heko, 6 to Renesmee.
Alright, what's 9 plus 6?
9 plus 6 is 15.
15.
And what's 15 plus 29?
39
44.
plus 5, 44.
Okay.
Okay, now we have 8. Do I have an 8 going once? Going twice.
Dota?
If nobody
Sold
else
to the
needs it, I
Heko.
can take it, but it's so fine.
8 has been sold to the Heko.
I was gonna say
Okay.
Dota, but yeah.
Oh, Dota? Okay, 8 to Dota, and then we'll do 6 to Heko and 4 to Peach. I think that's max going.
Yep.
Dude,
I'll
we
be
did
at 48 HP, which is way better than I was before.
43, I'm back to
it.
being good.
Alrighty. Well, there we go. Healing has been dispersed. The tent is filled with joy and health, vitality.
I hate to ask you to do this so soon, Nesmake, but can you try to speak with this thing? We captured one of them.
I'll get up and I'll
Is it
dust
really
myself
an
off
animal?
and be like,
Which
no,
one's it more of?
I'm feeling much
We
better.
don't know, but whether it was more animal instinct or not, it seemed to understand its position with Gore. So I can only hope we can speak to it in some way.
Is it awake or alive?
Yeah, you go outside of the tent and glance out. You see Gore and the creature are engaged in not a current standoff, but they seem to have been engaged in a standoff for some time. Gore is about 10 feet away. The dog thing is in the corner. This one has no dog-like features, though its behavior seems remarkably canine. And it is currently awake, and it's mostly staring at Gore. It hasn't been healed either, so it's still 1 HP.
I'll, ritual cast speak with animals just in case.
Sure. You sit down for 10 minutes, begin to cast a spell. The creature briefly fights against its bonds, testing them every once in a while. Gore barks, it barks back at Gore. Gore moves up, and once again, the mongrel surrenders superiority to Gore.
Once I'm done, I'll turn to Gore and I'll be like, that thing's scared of you, huh?
Gore looks very confused and takes a few back steps towards the floor.
Don't worry.
I'll kind of give him a reassuring pat and say, it's okay, you can speak with her.
Coward!
He is a coward, you're right. I'll turn to the dog wolf thing and be like, can you speak?
There's no change in the behavior, it just growls at you.
Are you stupid or refusing to speak with me? And I'll
Gore,
look
for the rest
at
of you guys, Gore barks a couple times, but he says, coward! Invalid! Weak! The creature does not say anything. It
Ask
makes
him if-
noises, but none of it's intelligible.
Yeah. Ask Gore if he spoke to him earlier, if it was just something else.
I'll look from Lars to Gore. Gore, has he spoken to you? Or has he just been making those noises this whole time?
You guys hear a series of short yips. Gore says, speaks, but not in words. Knows the law of dog.
The law of dog. Can you tell me more?
I am the alpha. He is weaker. He follows my command.
But he doesn't speak. He only follows you.
Gore barks. Yes.
Do you think he's stupid? Too stupid to speak? Or is it a different language?
The dog does not know how to respond to that. Dog, you are getting beyond what a dog understands.
It doesn't speak dog or too stupid to speak at all?
Unsure.
Yeah, Gore just is
Weak.
like, huh?
Invalid barks a couple times.
I'll switch back into human. I don't think it knows how to speak, in an animal language at least. Gore says that he follows the law of dogs. Gore's the alpha. But other than that, and like body language, I don't think they're acting off of anything except primal instinct.
I wonder if we could get it to try to run away and then track it, or follow it.
I don't think these things are very smart considering they don't have, well, at
All
least
those
animal language.
Other ones before it looked like they ran off with the plan, so I assume they have someplace they're going back to.
We could try following it. If it's a creature of instinct, I assume it'll try and run home. It's looking pretty injured. Not sure it would even survive a trek home, but
Not worried about
try.
that. I'm worried about it going in the other direction where we need to go. He'll then whistle at Gore to attack it.
you want to kill it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can kill it easily if you'd like. Or you
Yeah.
can try to... Okay, yeah, you walk
No,
over.
I was worried about him going the other direction than us getting sidetracked from our mission, so I'm just whistled
Sure.
at Gore to go kill him.
Yeah, Gore walks up. The man at first growls and then whimpers, and then Gore rips his throat out.
Does he say anything to him? Does he assert his
faith.
dominance?
Oh, I mean, yeah, as he's walking over, Gore growls, and you can understand this. It's not really language, but you don't really need to understand that it is going to die, and then rips his throat out.
I'll say in human to Lars, you have a very alpha dog. He commands respect, I hope you know, in the dog world.
Well, he learned from the best.
Yeah.
Yes, Dota also commands respect in the dog
Ah, yes.
world.
You command everyone's respect, ours, don't you? Hence the reason you're here.
Maximus.
I'm here because I've chose to be here. I didn't have to come back.
Oh, yo, you chose to be here.
That's
Oh,
not
wait, you actually
get into
that-
petty
That is literally what
quarrels.
happened. Yeah, I chose to come back. I could have not come back.
Well, the corpse is warm, but it is slowly beginning to get cool. You guys could maybe get 2 more hours of travel in the day if there's anything you wanted to do.
Can I
before you-
search
Nah.
the corpse? I
Yeah,
wanna see what
on
it
the
has
corpse,
on
the professor will point out a number of things that he found in common amongst the bodies. All of them have personal items. On this body is a chain of teeth. As far as you can tell, they're like canine, but they're really warped, and you can compare them to the ones in its mouth to say that these are the teeth of other Mongols. Whatever this thing is. Other beastmen, other Mongols, other whatever. He also has food, though it is this horrific blackened sludge. It's probably some animal that's just been sitting in his pocket rotting. There is his weapon, which is a bird with a very, very rusted tip. It's more likely to give you tetanus than it is to be a sharp weapon used in battle. The armor is leathers that have been stitched together, though again, this doesn't seem to be something this creature has the intelligence to create. Yeah, that's about it.
After done investigating, I'll give Gore permission to eat him if he wants to.
Nah, this thing's rancid. Disgusting.
Okay.
Can I steal its necklace thing of canine
You
teeth?
can take whatever you want from the corpse. No one's gonna stop you.
Yeah, I'll take a little
Professor
necklace
Pushton
of.
will, once you're done with it, though, drag it over the river and toss it in.
Yeah. Okay.
He'll clean up his hands, and you guys can make camp. Get some sleep.
We'll cross the other part of the river tomorrow, so let's sleep for the night.
All right.
All right.
Let's get wisdom saving throws from everyone.
God.
Hooray!
Yay! I get to sleep.
Uh-oh.
All right. Looks like a Maximus.
Can I also expend a hit dice for more points?
Yeah.
Correct.
You
Oh, fuck me.
can.
No,
Missing
I
one
can't
person
do this
down
to
there.
him.
Oh, Severus.
Okay,
Wisdom
that's a
saving
decent
throw,
one.
Severus.
Okay, I'm 1 up full now.
He dead. He dead for real, for real.
For real, for real.
Go!
Echo!
Severus!
What? Hello?
Hello? Hi.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my headset is breaking. What the fuck?
Early, he wasn't AFK.
Sure.
I-
Alright, roll dex save. Not dex save, wisdom. I did a bit of this, baby.
Yeah, surely. My headset.
Pause stream.
Let's jump.
Alright.
Oh.
Maximus.
So that's the advantage toggled.
Nads.
You open your eyes, and you instantly become aware you're dreaming. With that dreamlike intuition, you know where you are and who you are. You are a Mithdosian soldier. You are fighting for the Empire. You've traveled east with your legions in search of an upstart Tabrashan prince named Ivan Mizdagov. Already, you and your brothers in the Contubernium are assembled in the battle line. The battlefield before you was cleared the previous day, and it is a vast open field between you and the enemy. 200 meters. You can see the faces of your foes. They wear scale armor and other strange types of foreign weaponry. Your Optio had told you to expect more disorganized Tabrashan rebels, like those you had slaughtered in the west. But the forces facing you, while exotic, are clearly disciplined. But it is not them that draws your attention, but their commander. He rides atop a black steed, draped in plate armor. The commander's helmet is shaped like that of a dragon, and his lance seems to be made of some otherworldly metal. You assume this must be the prince. Then a shout comes along the battle line. Forward, cohort! The signifier begins to blow their trumpet, and your feet carry you forward to an invisible rhythm that has been drilled into you since you joined the Legion. Left, right, lower shield. Left, right, withdraw javelin. Left, right, halt. Then there is a pause. Only 100 meters separate you and your foes.
They seem grimly prepared for what is to come. But that prince draws your gaze again. He does not have the dour expression of a man about to go into battle. Instead, he has a grin. You see a man in robes push his way to the front line, flanked on either side by heavily armed soldiers. The man in robes mumbles, and the prince becomes bathed in what looks to be spectral armor. You hear a whistle, and then shout. Cohort! Charge! Fear wells into your throat, and you sprint forward, leaning back to throw your javelin. Then you hear the thunder of hooves and look up. That prince is riding straight towards you. His lance is leveled, and his dragon helmet is roaring like it's alive. You stumble backwards, your javelin hitting the ground beside you, but the men behind you push you forward by sheer inertia. You go to scream, to beg. Can't they see that death awaits you? Then you feel warmth consume you, and a piercing blow strike your side. When you awake in the morning, you still feel the pain near your throat from where the lance struck you in the dream.
Ugh. Is PTSD a concept in this in the Mithdosian army?
They just call it war weariness.
Ah.
That was a battle you've never fought in, but you do recognize, now that you're awake, you do recognize who that man was. The commander
Who was
of the
it?
Black Dragon Helm. In Mythosia, you called him the Dragon.
Is that the current? Yeah, whatever. The current
no, not the
one.
current one. No, that's his father.
Oh.
Yeah,
That was his father.
his father, the dragon.
We killed his father, right? Now it's him that's mucking around causing trouble.
Indeed, his father was killed at the Battle of Manzik about a year ago.
Was it that battle, or was that?
It's hard to tell. And he fought a lot of battles against Mythosia.
Yeah, that's fair.
He crushed the Mythosians a couple of times before they killed him. Crushed your empire. But yeah, that's what you wake up to. That strange, very vivid dream and pain in your throat. The rest of you guys wake up, get your things ready, get your health healed, and before we tackle our last hour, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break.
Woohoo.
Welcome back. So, where we last left off. Oh, wait, one sec. It's the 31st of January, guys. Wow, it's almost the end of the first month of 1280 for you guys. That's huge. I mean, you wouldn't know because you're in the middle of the fucking woods, but that's very exciting.
The professor might.
Wow.
Will we see the fireworks go off?
That's
Fireworks.
It's January, the end of January, not the end of the year.
Oh, end of January.
Damn.
He's a silly Billy.
Stupid man.
Yeah. Chill. It's still very misty and rainy and thundering, such as Gela Isle. The only weird thing that you notice as you wake up is that there's a crow directly out the floor to your tent, or directly out the flap of your tent. So, Severus, this is the first time since you gave me that crow kill order that one's within your reach. Do you stab it?
Yes.
Make an attack.
Uh-oh.
Make a wisdom save.
All right,
I have a
you
question.
skewer the raven through and place it on the end of your dagger. What's up?
If someone is a huge snake, could we all ride on it like a boat?
Only if it's a water snake.
What if it has a
concept.
swim speed?
Yeah.
And even then, I don't
it's
think
water.
it'd stay above the top of the water with how much or at least the armor and the horses
Yeah,
would do.
if it's a large-sized creature, it can fit one medium-sized creature. That's how it works.
What's a huge size?
No, it can fit one large creature or two medium-sized creatures, I think.
Oh, okay.
So does that mean that I could grab a horse on my back and then?
Now, the horse would free you. There's literally no horse except for Mickey that would ever let you do that. But technically, yes.
Now, what if I spoke to it in horse as a
no
snake?
shot.
Giga Chad?
No shot or world would a horse ever climb onto the back of a fucking snake. No.
Hello, horsey.
That's like the biblical shit. Like, I won't hit.
Slithering little
Yeah.
sneaky snake.
Yeah. You want to take a little slippery slide across this lake?
Jesus Christ. All right, where to?
That'd be scary. Good
East
question.
or west, right?
So we're crossing the big old section of the Yaruga again.
If Renesmee's feeling confident enough to,
We're
well,
talking
we
about
can't.
3/4 of the day. Oh shit! Sorry, food.
We need to subtract 1, 2 days of food. Maximus, I
Okay.
trust you to take care of that.
I got you.
Great.
It's 10 rations per day. No, it's 5 rations per day, right?
Yeah, Professor feeds himself.
Well, minus me as well. I have my own.
Oh, okay, -4 a day then. Okay, so we begin to cast little patches of ice, and then another patch, and then another patch, and as the ice melts, we make more patches, and eventually, after 6 long, painful, frustrating hours, you, oh my god, you crossed the Yaruga. Oh, it's in my throat. Okay, you have about 2 hours of travel left. You can travel through, I think 2 of these squares. I'm gonna double check though. Yes, you can travel two more mountains or hill squares, or 4 woodlands. So what do you want to do from here? From here,
We get to
He's
this
still
one.
dying.
yeah.
Archon, I'm scared for you.
It's just some chocolate caught in my throat and it's not melting.
Oh my god.
Okay, moving southwest or northwest.
North.
Northwest. All right.
Yeah.
Boom. We come across a small river, and after you finish traversing that small river, that is unfortunately the end of the day. A lot of time spent crossing. These smaller streams are like nothing, just because the distance is so much less. In fact, on this map, they're way bigger than they should be. These are like little rivers, streams. But the Yaruga, big boy. So, you guys go to sleep. And as we move into February, oh my, remove some rations for the day, and wisdom saving throw for the 5 of you. Oh wait, I'm sorry. No one needs to make a wisdom
Oh,
saving
no.
throw except for Esme.
Oh,
She passed it.
only me.
Oh, you're right. She did pass it. Okay, there's no dreams tonight.
Go.
Oh, I almost. Can I choose to
Yeah,
fail?
do you want to fail?
I want
don't-
the
You don't
dream.
get a
From
short
the
rest
rest,
if you
sure.
fail.
Huh?
She already short rested from the previous night. So.
Yeah, I don't need a short rest. Yeah.
So as you're
I
sleeping,
will
you
go
feel
to
an
bed.
unnatural magic taking you over.
Yeah, open to a dream.
Okay. Esme,
Huh?
you dream often.
Oh, do I?
Nightmares mostly, but yes, almost every single day you dream of something.
Tell me more.
Tonight is no different, but it does feel strangely vivid. You're seated in a chair, a very familiar one. The bedroom that was given to you in Jagdon Keep, your gilded cage. You look around the chamber. It is all as you remember it. Then you see him. Hieronymus sits in a chair across from you. Except Hieronymus, you see, is dead. Rot spreads along his body. There's a great puncture mark along the crown of his head from where you took your final forceful bite to push him into your stomach. His eye droops out of its socket, and the stench of him is enough to make you vomit, though it does not happen. And then he speaks. He speaks as if he's unimpeded by his current position. Esme, it's all so tiresome. The day after day, Plutarchus, it doesn't recognize what I've achieved. The new prisoners we bring are old men and battle captives. They aren't what I need. He looks towards you. You can see the interior of his mouth through several missing teeth. It is a fungal kingdom with black sludge covering every surface, alongside small fungi. Come, darling. Give me a hug. It's been such a dreadful day. Your heart pounds. You hear a ringing. Your limbs flush with energy. Physical response. Fight or flight. And everything in your body tells you to fight. You prepare to coil your body into a snake. Drive him back to where he came from. Then your body moves of its own volition. Your hand reaches out and touches his face. He closes his once functioning eye, and he seems to relax. A fat, writhing maggot splats from the mouth of Hieronymus down onto your hand. You begin to shake violently against the dream, and then your eyes open. It's nighttime still. Your other companions sleep, but you are shivering with fear.
Hmm. I think I'll have a hard time going to bed after that.
Yeah, understandably so.
Is there water? Can I get water somewhere?
Yeah, you guys are right next to a smaller river.
Can I leave the tent and grab water, like splash some cold water on my face, maybe?
Yeah, you go down to the river. At this wee hour of the morning, you look around and everyone else is asleep. Even those that were on watch have since rotated. You see the professor over near the reeds, maybe 200 feet away, looking at frogs, despite the very, very early hour. And you can splash your face with some water, wake up, leave the dream behind.
Can I go over to the professor once I'm done and ask him to just speak to me about frogs? Like, can you just tell me a story about frogs?
Sure,
I had
of
a bad
course.
dream.
You see,
And
this here river, I think it's a tributary to the Yaruga. And this frog, and he begins to talk at length about the Yarugan bullfrog.
Good.
Slowly, the rest of the camp rouses. You never do get back to sleep.
I don't want to. Yeah, I think she's disturbed. She wants to be distracted. She doesn't want to think about it.
Yeah. The rest of you guys wake up. The professor and Renesmee talking about frogs. And as you wake up, the professor has a piece of information to share with you. To the north of you, there is this sort of braced column amongst the mountains. It's a natural formation, but it almost looks like something constructed. And he says, all right, so I reconsulted some papers I received, and if that's there, that means we should be exactly,
Damn it, dude.
roughly, 3 miles to the east of where we're headed. It's a good sign, right? He looks around at all of you to try to get some
How
enthusiasm.
many
going.
miles of these cubes are?
Each one is 1 mile.
That should be
I think we're
great
okay.
news then. I'll smile at him
Wonderful.
as warmly as I can and say, that's amazing news. Thank you, Professor.
I think it's correct anyways, as long as the frontiersmen who came out here all those years ago were telling the truth. So-
How long ago was this written?
About 8 years.
Hmm.
So where to?
East 3 squares.
Yeah.
No, you guys are east 3 squares of the location.
West 3 squares.
Okay, southwest. Like, are we going in the mountains? Are we going south and then west? Well, there's. Okay.
Oh, I think we crossed the river. No, apparently.
Yeah, you cross another river, and I'd like a D4 as you continue southwest.
Someone else roll it. I'm having bad luck.
Let's
with
get
my
a
throws
D4
today.
from Etan.
Alrighty. Shyamalan. A what?
Another empty
Another D4.
village.
Let's get another D4.
You can't do that.
There's
That's
only a
the
limited
way
number of
I made it.
encounters. There's not infinite villages. There's only a couple in this.
Then why are we not
Let's
rolling a
roll
D2 or
Oh, kinda
D3?
true, actually. Yeah, let's get a D2 going.
There's not infinite.
Kinda true. Let's get a D2. Okay. You guys continue. You cross the river with Renesmee's assistance, and you continue southwestward. The professor spends the entire time staring up at the distant outlines of mountains, comparing it against accounts of something he's reading.
Hold on.
But you guys are focused far more closely to the ground.
I want to. I was gonna say I was gonna do this morning, but I forgot to. Am I allowed to do something or no?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys,
Okay.
this is represents hours of travel, so yeah, you got plenty of time. As you guys are traveling, though, making your way west from this river, Zednius, you receive a blip, a mental image from Het Hagal, almost like a memory, but something that he's seeing in real time. You see the world as Het Hagal sees it, a series of overlapping auras, and behind a nearby bush, he detects a mighty aura indeed, and he whispers to you, and only you, potential.
Ooh.
Which direction is it?
It's a bush about 20 feet off the beaten path to your right.
I have no idea what it is though. So I'm gonna tell the party to hold up for a second. I think I saw something in this bush.
I've had a goal scout it.
And then I'm gonna have Het Hagal look.
He remains on your shoulder.
He will not go.
Does not hurt.
I'll hop off my horse, walk over to the bush.
You raise your hands, parting the bushes, and within you see a wooden statue. The statue is a man wearing a feathered cloak with an angry expression on his face. A blade is pierced through his chest, poking out the back, though he doesn't seem to be dead. At the base of the statue are a number of offerings. There is carved local woods, copper coins, bone charms, and locks of hair.
I'm gonna pull out my healer's kit and try to help him.
It's a statue of a man.
It's a
with
statue.
sword through his
Oh,
chest.
I'm so. Oh my
It's
god.
okay.
I'm
It's
so.
okay. It's a wooden carved statue of a person with a sword through his
If
chest.
it has that big of an aura, it could be someone that's turned into a statue.
Is it magic aura?
Yeah,
Magic
you
aura
flash
going on
your
here?
eyes and you get a bit more idea of what this is. You thought it was like an aura. Now you realize it's actually consecrated ground.
Consecrated's good, right? It's good
Eh.
ground.
It's
What's
holy.
consecrated?
We'll say holy. It's godly ground. This is clearly a very important shrine to something that's very powerful.
Can I dismount my horse and
Yeah,
walk
you see
towards him?
Zednius
there any
disappear into
text
some
anywhere?
bushes. Yeah, as Renesmee making your way over, yeah, there's a carving. There's a little carving under the bottom of the wooden statue, though it's in a language you do not speak.
I'm gonna comprehend languages.
Ah, okay. So, are you using the action version or the ritual version?
I'm gonna use the action version
Okay.
just
You
so I can
reach
get it
down.
done.
Yeah, you reach down. The words translate in your mind. The Raven Tyrant, the Unkilled, the Breaker of the Wheel.
And it's like a statue with a blade through it.
Yeah, it's a wooden statue of a man with a cloak around
So it's a
his
shrine
shoulders.
to the Raven Tyrant.
Seems to be.
And Hegal said this has potential. What would he
Yep,
describe?
that's what he said. That's all he said.
Interesting.
Renesmee, you part the bushes and join Zednius, and you see this small little shrine this statue and shrine to the Raven Tyrant.
Does he just look like a guy?
He looks like, yeah, I mean, he looks like a human with a feathered cloak, an angry expression on his face, and a sword through his chest.
Okay.
Can I inspect the offerings and even the statue and see if the little wooden statue that I took, the small one, is similar? Is it depicting the same person?
Actually, it's not just depicting the same person. You actually see something almost identical. At the base of this, I mentioned that among these things are copper coins, bone charms, locks of hair, and carved local woods. What you have is clearly one of the carved local woods. In fact, you can take it out of your pocket, compare, and this was probably either intended to go to this shrine or some shrine identical to it throughout the hills.
I'll look at Zednius and ask, how did you find this?
Hegal was drawn to it. He wanted me
Speaks
to
up
see.
Sort of loudly, the two of you both hear him now.
Potential. Tasty.
Oh, the statue is tasty. I'll bring my little wooden thing close to Zednius because I
think
don't
he
know
means-
where Hegal is, and I'll be like, "Is this statue tasty? This one?"
There is no response.
I think he's talking about the Raven Tyrant. There's no way he would
Oh.
still be alive.
Oh, the Raven Tyrant is tasty. Can you detect magic here and see if something's going on?
This is
Where-
a sacred site.
I have no idea what that even means.
You do gotta be disturbing a sacred site right now. By picking
None
up
of you
the
guys are
statue.
clerics. I mean, what really is consecrated ground? I mean, who cares?
Yeah, man. It's, you know.
Consecrated schmonsicated, that's what I always say.
Oh,
I
we're
asked
so
Hegal
good.
if I should leave a coin.
He thinks for a moment. He adjusts his
I don't
weight
know
on
if
your
this will,
shoulder
like,
and says,
Give us safe passage.
No.
Okay.
I'll put my little wooden statue down among the things because I feel like it's intended to go here.
Okay. Hetagal moves on your shoulder a little bit. He seems to be preparing for something, and then he begins to speak.
When you meet, consume, devour, break.
Horse.
Do I hear this?
Mm-hmm.
You want to eat the Raven King?
Hatagol has gone silent. Took a lot of effort for him to say that.
Zednians. And I'm not going to call him evil again, okay? I'm not gonna do it. But do you have any idea why he likes to eat these evil things?
Not sure. I thought it was because he banished them from the realm, never to be seen again.
There seems to be a sort of craving in his voice.
Yeah, due to the
hunger.
fact he says tasty when he eats them, I somewhat doubt that.
Well, I just have to convince Renesmee. I don't know what you said, Peach.
Yeah,
Oh, that he's like
I
craving
wonder
it?
why. Yeah, he seems to have like a craving in his voice, like a hunger. I'm not saying that he's evil. He wants to eat all of these terrible things, and while I do genuinely hope he's banishing them from the realm, and I trust you. I trust that if you knew that he was doing something bad, you wouldn't be helping him. If we don't know what he's doing, isn't that something that we should
Every
seek to
time I
know?
feed him something, he gets a little bit more developed, a little bit stronger. If you had well, how do I explain it without offending him? Not a pet, but like a very good friend who is sick. Wouldn't you do everything you could to make him better? This makes him better. I've seen evidence of it.
Oh, I
Hatagol
don't
speaks
doubt.
up and interrupts and says, "No potential. Irrelevant." And he rolls off your shoulder away from this conversation.
I mean, I would want to help a good friend, but at the same time, it seems like what he's growing from, what he's eating is
He's more than
evil
just
or
a good
cursed.
friend. We're bonded. We're linked.
Linked? What do you mean?
Well, when he gets stronger, I feel stronger as well.
Oh. I see.
He's been with me since the beginning. He wouldn't do us harm. He wouldn't harm anything
Yo,
that didn't deserve it.
Renesmee is perturbed. I see. Well, we should be getting back.
You guys exit the bushes. Maximus's horse, I guess Mickey, idling beside, and you guys climb back onto your steeds and continue along. You head to the southwest for another hour, and another hour again, and then you notice the mountains have ended. This is the westernmost edge of them.
And we're supposed to see something here, yes?
The professor consults his notes and says, "Yes, there's supposed to be something like a cave." His citadel was ruined when the Protonic King Giles came here, and so he cast everything aside. And it's rumored that, and then he sort of trails off, and he squints his eyes, and he says, "What?" He gets off his horse and begins to climb up a rocky slope.
I'll follow him.
Are you staying? Yeah. So you dismount. You follow him. It's a pretty steep slope. Most horses won't be able to follow. Are you guys all going to dismount and join, or are you going to just wait for
Sure.
Renesmee and the? Okay.
you said most horses aren't going to be
Mickey could probably brave it. Yeah.
okay.
Okay. You begin to climb the slope. Mickey, very slow plodding progress. Everyone else is able to make it up quicker, and you see that the earth is churned here and sheared, as if some great cataclysm came through in days no longer recorded. Amidst one of those shears in the mountain, there is a great fissure in the edge of a chasm wall. An odorous smell comes from within, like the mixture of a corpse with sweat and alcohol. It's horrendous, and the professor quickly covers up his nose as he looks into the fissure and says, "I think this should lead to one of his abandoned halls, though I'm not very excited to join you."
What's the smell? Is there any information on the smell?
No, no one ever went inside. It could simply be volcanic gas. Maybe.
Smells like corpses.
Yes, it does. But I think this is where you seek. According to the notes that I have here, this is the former site of the Symposium of the Raven Tyrant, one piece of his Citadel complex. This would have contained his library, his study hall, his transmutation chambers, and his charnel halls where he would process corpses into servants of his kingdom. He looks at the rest of the judges. Again, I'd love to join you, but I'm afraid I'd only find my death there.
You don't want to join us?
No, I will die. I am quite confident in that. I'm not some brave judge or warrior. I'm a man with a sketchbook.
Is there any way to
Watch the
tell if this
horses.
gaseous stuff is dangerous?
Do any of us have... You could try to get a raven to breathe it in.
Theoretically, I don't think that I could convince a raven to come.
Well, any other... I'm not sure. I'm sure you'll figure it out. I'll go start setting up camp with the horses. And he just slides down the rocky slope and begins to set up a campsite. And you guys are presented with this rocky fissure. It's not big enough to fit a horse. Mickey may have been able to climb the slope, but he's not going to be able to go.
Okay, I'll ask the what's his nuts if he can watch after Mickey.
Of course. Watch after him and the rest of the horses.
Thank you.
What's his
Do you have anything to defend yourself in case even something small comes by?
My wits.
Oh.
And the horse, just right away. Except right away on that one. You won't fall out.
He looks over to
I'll point at Mickey.
All right, I can do that.
Please don't rely on just that. Can I hand him my rapier?
I wouldn't know how to use it even if you did, Lady Judge.
Just be safe, all right?
That would be...
You are braver than even you believe.
Thank you.
All right, well, I will look at my comrades. Suppose that we venture down.
Yeah.
So.
How does this work, Harkon?
Well, there's a fissure here. And
What
you
is a
can-
fissure?
A fissure is a small opening in a rock-like surface. This one has probably come from some great tectonic shift because there's a shear in the earth, and this is a very small little opening. It's going to start off about 3 feet wide, meaning that you're going to be squeezing in sideways.
Okay.
So, who's heading in first?
I shall.
Who's behind him?
I can either be near the front or near the back. I'm indifferent.
And are we bringing in the dog? Are we bringing in Gore and Etagal?
If we don't think it's
Etagal should
poisonous,
come.
then yeah.
Well, you don't know.
How do we... what's the plan? Sorry, I didn't hear that part.
Right now, the plan is just to go into the fissure.
Sounds like a
we
really
can
bad
try to grab a small animal, see how they react, but
It affects
Alright.
them faster than it affects our body, so yeah, that's probably the
Alright,
best idea.
I go in and I pass out. One of you come in and grab me, except like while holding your breath.
Okay.
yeah, I can turn into a different animal, I suppose, and like crawl out like a giant spider.
That's a bad idea. Because
Can
you'll
we
be
not like
smaller.
cut rags off our
probably.
clothes and
wait,
use
not
them as like
the
No,
giant
a
spider.
giant spider.
You can
I could, like,
you
grab
can
you
get
with
some
my
cloth to
pincers,
cover
or I
your
don't know.
mouth.
Or you could just not breathe and drag me out.
Yeah,
I'm
or
just
that.
saying in general.
Okay, Maximus, you begin to descend into the fissure slowly. It's at about a 45-degree slope, so you have to be very careful not to just slide inside. You move in slowly. Your breastplate and all your additional armor makes you squeezed very tightly in here. Not enough to take damage, but, you know, it's not comfortable either. You immediately start sweating, mostly due to the cramped conditions and moisture. This 100% humidity. Every single surface is covered in little beads of water. And the deeper you get, the smell of corpses, it's so overpowering that eventually you just can't smell it anymore. And you find yourself on a flat
level-ish ground of a cave network. You've descended.
Okay, it's good. You can come down.
I follow. Yeah.
All right. You guys all worm your way down into the bottom of this cave, and here you are. Oh, the map hasn't loaded for you guys yet. It'll load in a bit. It may
Did
take
you
a
draw
bad
this?
second. No. The actual map has not loaded yet. I'm looking from the player view, and I can see that. Surely it'll load. Oh, there it is. It started.
It's loading in.
Yeah, slowly.
I see what looks like a uterus drawn.
Well, that's not going to change,
in
but it's going to
black and
become more
white.
high fidelity.
Well, high fidelity uterus.
Yeah.
Great.
If Ehegol doesn't
Can I-
object, he's gonna start scouting.
No, he doesn't back to a scouting here.
Can I like tear off a piece of my cloth and like basically tie it around the front of Gore's nose so it doesn't mess up his sense of smell as much?
Oh, that's an interesting idea. I don't know
Or
if
at least
it works
let him-
like that, but yeah,
Eh,
sure.
not necessarily. More than just protect his nose. I don't care.
Yeah, do we just
Actually,
want to start letting Hetagol scout this whole place out? Is that the plan?
Pretty much.
Do that?
That's I'm okay with that.
All right.
I'm
then you
fine
guys
with
are,
that as well.
Yeah, you guys are just sort of crowded into this entryway, and Hetagol begins to roll forward. Roll.
Oh, his token is wrong. He should have more HP than that.
So true. All right. Hetagol rolls around the corner, and he finds a series of offerings here, similar to the ones in next to that shrine. The offerings here consist of copper coins, iron coins, little bronze like offering pieces, holy symbols. It's just everything you saw at that shrine, but a little bit more fancy, refined, if you will. Yeah, beyond there's not much else.
This is a end of a wall.
Oh no, sorry.
Oh,
I
okay.
I'm just saying in that area. Yeah, it continues for quite some time actually. The cave is very unlevel, winding quite a distance deeper.
Actually, Hehegol is gonna hug the wall. I think, like he's gonna be up on the wall a little bit.
Then there is a opening, a fissure, crack into here. A lot of elevation changes, as I'm sure you tell. And then over here, floating like a jagged scar in the middle of space, there's a portal. He can't. When Hedal looks at the portal, because
What the
like sort of magical aura, it is functionally blinded. He doesn't see anything. He just sees the magical aura of it, which is legendary, like ultra powerful concentration magic.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a portal.
I'm gonna relay that there is on the left path. There's a legendary portal.
A legendary
What?
portal. What
No,
legend are we talking?
portals.
This
Just
is the most. Takes you to another plane, right, or somewhere else.
Another.
I don't know. This one's very powerful. I can tell just from the aura that it's giving off.
Oh, what do I know out of character about portals, or what should I know out of character about portals that I would know in character?
Well, portals are magic. They typically leave places.
Okay, and that's all that Renesmee knows.
Does this-
99% of people.
Does this
Those
crap
are
go
given.
somewhere?
Like, yeah, it does.
Is there a secret?
Wait, a secret. Just another path.
Oh, I thought it was like a high up, like
Very
little
secret,
crev.
actually.
No,
You just spoiled the whole campaign.
Oh, actually, sorry. Throughout this corridor, there are inscriptions carved into the wall that all can see.
Can he read them?
What languages does he speak?
Elven, Symvolan, Fiendish, Common.
Nope,
Okay.
no doubt. But he does hear snorting, sort of piggish noises coming from the front. I guess forward, right here, up here.
Okay.
All right, let's give him. He got a new angle, so let's give him a new angle. He sees three mongrels. So one of them is like the most. It looks almost like one culture. It looks like a boar, and it has a little spiked helmet with its own.
Oh, and there's a
horns
dead
curling
one.
behind those. Yeah, and there's several dead ones. Seem to have been butchered by their fellows. The injuries on them look like great cleaving marks of like an axe or some other similar weapon. The path also continues to.
This is what-
inscriptions along the wall.
Okay. Just complete the loop.
Bending corridor, and it continues just like over here. It also continues.
This one also continued, right?
Yeah, there's thick, silky spider webs. Each of the
Spiders
threads is
that
about
way.
as large as like your arm.
Can he easily move through the spider
You can
webs
just
without?
right under them.
Okay.
Yeah, he begins to roll into this complex labyrinth of very tight tunnels, each and every single surface of which are covered in these webs. These very thin webs. I think at this intersection, if he goes right or left, he's probably going to hit one of the fine threads that's like about.
Okay, then I won't go further. If he might hit something, then he backs out, goes back this way.
Okay. You see a rock depression with dried blood splattered across it. Next to that are a series of silver, steel, and electrum trinkets. Highest level one can provide. There we go.
What's the red stuff? Dread blood?
Yeah.
That's good.
And then these
Okay.
two corridors.
Hug this wall.
That actually is the.
Oh, this is the end.
Yeah,
okay, I
goes
can't.
Real high. It gets
It's really hard to
high
tell.
into a crevice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, is this an end too over here on the behind the portal?
On the portal. Yeah, it just gets pretty high up again and stops.
Okay. Then just start completing the loop, hugging the wall, like be way over their heads.
He got So he has invisibility always, and he can stick to walls, right?
He's got a climbing speed, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, he can climb up and over their heads, and they're babbling to one another. They're like it's not really a language. It's just like they're barking and then snorts, and the other one cackles like a hyena. There's some communication that's mutually intelligible happening here. That much is clear. And their eyes are fixed on these corpses that have all laid out, and they seem to have been like almost ritually flayed and prepared for something.
Okay. I'm gonna try to hug the ceiling to go around this way, just to go over them all.
Okay. You can stop for her head to go.
Uh-oh, don't fall. Where? That's like the one thing I think he has proficiency in.
Real? Actual?
Actual true.
No cap.
That would be big.
He if true.
Oh, it's a big one too.
Alright, I'm gonna roll a perception check by the creature in question. Okay. Egol begins to roll down this corridor, and the deeper he gets into this tunnel, the more filth is present on the floor. A mixture of trash, rotting corpses, and this sludge. This not quite black, but like dark green sludge. And as he turns the corner, he sees a creature crouched in a predatory ambush position. It has about tentacles, it has no eyes, it has a great gibbering maw, and yet it does not see Hetagal, because Hetagal is stealthy.
Okay. And if I get closer, it'll probably make a new stealth check.
Yeah, you Hetagal sees him from about right here. And that's the point where, yeah, that stealth check runs out. So if you want to roll over him and see what's behind, or roll over that creature and see what's behind him, then you're gonna have to.
I'm gonna chance it. What's
Okay,
the worst
stealth
that could
check.
happen?
Hetagal dies.
No, that's not the word.
He'll just come back.
Surely he likes dying. Surely.
Where is
Do it.
I can't find. Oh,
Oh dear.
I clicked it.
Let's see.
That's not a good one.
Let's see.
But he's invisible. The stupid creature will think it's a
Yeah, do I have
rock.
advantage?
Creature,
at being
you begin
invisible?
to- Yes.
No.
You begin to plop, plop over the head of the creature. Its eyes are at the end of its tentacles, and one of its
must be
tentacles
water.
whips up towards the ceiling and stares at that section of wall, and then he stops plop, and then the creature looks away, and he looks into clearly the lair of this creature. There are 3 corpses, 2 mongrels to be expected, and a man in a raven cloak with a little hat around his head. He's a magical rod clutched in his arms, and there's a pool of water in the back of the chamber. And the second Hetagal goes into the room, Zed is receiving a telepathic request. Kansu. His eyes are fixed on the magical rod.
I give him approval.
He plops down from the ceiling, rolls over that magical item, devouring it wholesale, creature none the wiser. And as he finishes eating it, he burps and disappears.
The creature was dead.
What?
What?
Creature?
This thing is alive.
Yeah, but you said that there was a man with a
This
raven
guy
cloak.
was dead. Yeah.
Yeah, the man with the raven cloak's dead.
Okay, got
Anyways,
it.
yeah, I took all this after burping.
Okay, so
Wait, everything disappeared on that side of the map.
because he's gone. There's enemies over there, and we
Aw.
can't. Okay, so to the left there is a shrine, and it goes into a room with a scary portal. To the right there are 3 beastmen doing some sort of strange feeding of each other. I'm not sure. Past it is another scary creature. I'm not sure how to describe it. It's got tentacles and eyes at the end of the tentacles. With another room behind it. And then there's the only place I didn't look was a bit further in. There were a bunch of spider webs.
Interesting.
Doesn't sound much like a symposium, you know?
What is this symposium?
The symposium's like a college, and this is supposed to be the college of the Raven Tyrant.
Did the
Well-
beasts doing the ritual match the ones that escaped?
Yes. Well, I don't know if they were exact matches, but they were beastmen.
Well, did we get a good look at them, Harkon? Do we
Yeah,
know?
you got a good look at them. It's a different mongrels.
It wasn't not the
That's-
same ones.
Because if it's the same ones, and they're doing that ritual that the other one tried to do, where they eat something else to regain HP.
Well, that's terrifying. I don't know. What are we supposed to do here?
It's a
To
good
just
question. Yeah, it's worth contextualizing.
kill
Why we're even
everything
here.
bad?
I mean, I
Well,
guess the real
The
reason
materials
materials are all
guess.
bad.
Yeah. So why are you here to begin with? Why are you here in Gala Isle?
We need to find the Raven Tyrant. I bet he's through that portal, but I'm terrified to go through that portal.
Me too.
I'm terrified of what comes out of that portal if we go to that room.
Fair.
Same.
Hmm.
Can we send something or someone in? I'm scared that if we do that, that's also going to upset whatever lies beyond.
Good. Think on it for a week.
True. We could think on it for a week. That is true.
Oh, I guess there's only a couple minutes left.
Yeah, we are nearing the end of our time. So
Yeah, we definitely don't have enough time to kill those.
not the
beastmen.
whole thing. No. Next time we will finish delving through the Symposium of the Raven Tyrant, meet back up with the professors, share all the gritty details about what we found, and maybe some other things. Who's to say? Maybe some weird schizo dreams. I don't know. Who's to say? I will see you guys the same time next week, or I think it's episode 27 or something, somewhere in that range.
We need to decide what we're doing next week, as I said before. Because I have to leave
Yeah.
an hour and a half early.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. All right.
Well, we should probably discuss it now.
Yeah, for the stream stuff. See you guys later.